Bow and arrow.
Yeah, isn't that what it's called? What is it called? Bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. What is it? What do they call that, Dad? Bow hunt.
Bow hunting.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
So, right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, my girls, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Bow hunting. Bow and arrow.
Good morning. 7:03. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. Yes, Kasim, you pot them up usually. All right.
Come on, Kasim.
Keep the bet up, bro.
Come on, that brother Kasim.
Man, this guy's more asleep than .04 over at that other place. Good morning.
Whoa, bro.
Whoa. Thursday, August 13th, 2026. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Thursday. We open the summer of Schwann's. We did Tuna Fish Thursdays. But today's Oral Hershiser Hollywood Star Walk of Fame Thursday. Number 55, the Bulldog. Oral gets his star on the Walk of Fame today. And Steve Mason somewhere is crying his eyes out. When will I get my star on the Walk of Fame?
You got to pay for that.
Oh, no, he's already approached me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You to pay for it?
No, he was like, when we have dinner, let's talk about, like, the process, how I can get my star. So,
Yeah? What does he want you to do? Sponsor him?
I think he wants us to rally sponsorship. I think it's like 100 G's, right?
No way.
I think so.
I think it's 50, but I can look it up.
All right.
Wow. 50 G's, huh? I don't know about that.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
$85,000 sponsorship.
It used to be like 20 years ago.
85 G's. Mace's got that in his couch.
Hey, but the application's only $275. Non-refundable.
You know what? He should just go ahead. He should pay the application fee. He should put in his app. And let's see if they come back to him and go, you know what? We accept you.
I think that no matter, even if you pay for it, you still need like a certain number of signatures of people to support it. So that would be where the station gets involved, I believe.
Oh, so he wants us to do a signature campaign. So like an example today, when DeMarco and Travis, when Travis Rogers goes out, what's Travis supposed to do? Hey, I know you're here for the Oral Hershiser Hall of Fame or the Star of, but
the Walk
sign
of
this
the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Star, Walk, Hall, you know.
On Hollywood Boulevard there.
That too, right.
Meanwhile, Travis will join us at 8:30 en route to Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
I said to him yesterday with Bergie, I said, you never join us on the morning show. You don't want to, you're not friends of us.
Oh, no, he is.
And then he said, well, you never invite me. I said, come on tomorrow. Give us a preview of the Bulldog getting your star.
Right
and then
on.
DeMarco wiped his face and went, we have a morning show?
Come on, man.
He wiped his face, huh?
Yeah.
He didn't just put his hand in his face to hold up his head. He actually wiped it all down, huh?
Yep.
All right. Wow. Well, Georgie, we are 24 hours removed from where we were yesterday when we literally got on the air and thought we had this whole game plan of what we were going to do yesterday, only to find out that the Lakers were being sold again in under a year.
Right.
And it was a shocking development because sports franchises don't get sold in under a year. But wait a second.
Yeah.
The Lakers, of all sports franchises, they were a family-owned operation for the last however many 50 years or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
And to be sold twice in under a year was an absolute shocking development. So here's my thought for you.
Yeah.
You've had 24 hours to think about it, digest it. This happened while we were live on the air yesterday.
Right. We had to react in real time, as they say.
Exactly. So you've had 24 hours, think, digest, read, talk to people, et cetera, et cetera. What do you think 24 hours after the fact?
What do I think 24 hours after the fact? I still think very similarly. I think that the investigation, the federal investigation that is going on with Mark Walter, the more and more I think about it, has to have played some level of a factor into this equation here.
Totally.
I still think from a sports perspective, there is a possibility that they also came to the conclusion this is not going to be as easy as what we did with the Dodgers, even though that wasn't necessarily easy. That took time. But there's not going to be some juggernaut in the NBA. Even the guy who is, 22 and 7'5" may or may not be a juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the way the landscape is in building a roster. And I just think that I know that Ramona and Dave, maybe they didn't dismiss it, but they were kind of like, yeah, I think they had to know that going in. It's different. You know it going in, but there's a reason to me that Andrew Friedman and Farhan Zaidi got involved in the offseason stuff, okay? Or at least kind of overseeing what Rob was doing, right? I think they wanted to know a little more about how the NBA business works. And I'm sure they found things that they said, yeah, I don't know how that fits within our traditional strategy. And yeah, maybe we can mold a strategy, but that strategy isn't guaranteed to do anything necessarily in regards to winning championships.
I would agree that the Dodgers baseball experts came over to the Lakers offices because now our team owns this team. And we're the top-level executives over here in baseball, so we're going to come over here and we're going to lend our expertise, even though basketball's not our game. And I could see a world where Andrew Friedman looked at the Lakers and looked at the NBA and said, this is going to be a little while. This is not an overnight kind of a deal. This is not win 3 World Series in the last 6 years. This is going to take some time. I can go with that. However...
No, and by the way, I will reiterate, as I said yesterday, I think that is a very small piece of the pie.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to go back to what you said originally, which is the investigation. And I'll be completely forthright and tell you.
Now, that's a large piece of the pie, in my opinion.
Right. I just want to say this. Prior to yesterday and prior to the sale, truth be told, I'd read the headlines about Mark Walter and the investigation. But there are some stories that I just honestly, I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. It's an investigation into a rich guy. Okay, yes, I would never care about it if he didn't own this team and this team. But even with him owning these teams, this investigation to me is not something that I'm overly interested in, so I'm not doing some deep dive. I'm just admitting that, okay? However, I will say this. After reading a lot of stuff yesterday and through this morning, I definitely feel like there's something fishy going on. Obviously, this is why the feds are looking at Mark Walter. Somehow these loans, and again, I'm not an expert in all of the insurance companies and how you borrowed money from this place to put money into this thing, and was the money really backed up? Because what if the insurance claims came in? I'm not an expert in any of that stuff. But $1 billion in loans somehow turned into $16 billion in loans, and then a whistleblower in one of these companies brought it to the attention of the federal government, and now all of a sudden there's a federal investigation. So when you start to think about it a little bit more, you buy the team for $10 billion. Now all of a sudden somebody's willing to give you $12.5 billion. In under a year you can make $2.5 billion. And you've got problems with the federal government and loans and the backing of loans. And again, not an expert in any of this stuff. But when you start to put the pieces together, all of a sudden you think to yourself, well, if you can make $2.5 billion in a year, that's a deal you might take. But on the other hand, if you've got the federal government looking over your shoulder and you've got to back up loans, maybe you need the money. So if you need the money, maybe you say, well, we just bought it. We got somebody who's willing to take it off of our hands. We can make $2.5 billion in under a year. That's why when you read Mark Walter's comment, he goes, the Lakers were a great investment. You're damn right they were a great investment. You made $2.5 billion in a year. I compared it yesterday to a house. If you bought a house for $1 million a year ago and you could sell that house for $1.25 million a year later, that's a good investment. Mark Walter made a very good investment in the Dodgers. And, George, it just seems to me now, looking at it as a sports meathead, not as somebody who works on CNBC, not as somebody who does deep dive journalistic investigations. As a sports meathead, I just look at this and go, this is fishy. This doesn't smell right. I got a lot more questions. And I'm starting to think about this thing as not just, hey, we can flip it real quick and make some money, or this is going to be a hard thing to achieve a championship. I'm looking at this more like, I got to get out of this thing. I need the money.
Yeah, it feels that way.
It's hard to believe that a franchise like the Lakers, which had so much stability, and I know we're not saying that the Buss family, this iteration, Jeanie Buss, was this brilliant, amazing owner who had tons and tons of liquid capital and could really invest it into the organization. We all complained that the organization was being run like a mom-and-pop store. But there was stability. You knew who the owner was. You knew the family history. You knew who was in charge. In 1 year, the Lakers have gone from being the biggest brand in basketball worldwide to being, honestly, in the last 10 months, kind of a laughingstock, if I'm being honest.
How so?
It just doesn't make sense to have this kind of ownership change all in under 12 months.
No, I get that part of it, but laughingstock feels strong there.
Yeah, it's a strong word. But I just mean, though, that there was stability with Jeanie Buss. Whether you thought she was a great owner or you didn't, whether you thought she spent the money or had the money or didn't.
Yeah, there
fine.
is instability in an era where there was, so much stability for so long.
Now you have a guy in Mark Walter that when he takes over, people celebrate. Wow, this is the owner of the Dodgers. This is a guy who knows how to win championships.
Yeah.
And in under a year, you go from, wow, we got the right owner to, what the hell just happened here? He's under federal investigation, and in under a year, he can flip the team. And who's taking over? And then that's the next part of it. This is the next part of it. You hear the name Kushner. I didn't know who Josh Kushner was yesterday. Literally did not know who he was. Did you?
Mm-hmm. Vaguely.
I had no idea who Josh Kushner was. I didn't know he was an investor in the Miami Heat. I didn't realize that he had been an investor in the Memphis Grizzlies. I didn't know that he had any part of the San Francisco Giants. I didn't know who Josh Kushner was yesterday. If you'd have said to me,
knew because of the FIFA thing, too.
Gotcha. If you would have said to me yesterday, who's Josh Kushner, I would have said, isn't that Trump's son-in-law? Isn't that? No. That's Jared Kushner. Oh, are they brothers? I guess so. I would not have known who Josh Kushner was yesterday. I just wouldn't.
Somebody in the YouTube chat asked if Cappy has penciled in his eyebrows today.
What do you think? You think they look penciled
All I
in?
know is Cappy is on one today, and I'm just letting you punch yourself out because you are on it, and I love it.
Do my eyebrows look penciled in today, do you?
I haven't really taken a look.
Take a look at these things right here.
You should add some stuff every morning like the homegirls do.
What do you mean? Like what kind of stuff?
Like eyebrow pencil.
I have some.
You might want to do it.
Yeah, I have some. I just don't ever use it.
Speaking of homegirls, LA's homegirl from Pico Rivera, Alicia Del Valle, will join us at 7:45. She'll be part of the ceremonies today with Oral. And Bob Costas is actually welcoming Oral up on stage. Kershaw's going to be there. And you know what the address is going to be on Hollywood Boulevard? 6755. Because 55 is Oral's number. And 67, if you count the playoffs in 88, was his consecutive scoreless inning streak.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's very, very good.
I mean, I thought that was cool, but okay.
No, it is cool. I actually had talked to Claude earlier this morning about Oral's event today, and
what did Claude have to say?
Claude told me this. Today's ceremony, it's the 2,853rd star on the Walk of Fame. The location itself is a tribute. 6755 Hollywood Boulevard nods to Oral's 67 combined scoreless innings and 59 in the regular season, plus 8 more in the NLCS, in the 88 NLCS. So trying to put together those numbers, 67 and 55.
When Travis comes on, you should ask him. He was actually asked to put a quote into Variety for Oral. So
really?
He made Variety.
Look at that.
Wow. Boy, that relationship is
jealous,
paid off,
Cappy?
man.
You haven't been in Variety.
I've not been in Variety, and I don't have nearly in fact, zero relationship with Oral Hershiser.
Yeah.
And
I don't think your eyebrows look painted in today.
No, I should paint them in, is what I should do. I mean, everybody knows I've only got half eyebrows.
Right.
I mean, they just sort of end right
now,
here.
Did you always have half eyebrows?
I don't really know, George. I got to go back and look at pictures from
go
when I
back
was
to
younger.
those man bun pictures to see what you got in there.
I don't remember if I only had half an eyebrow, but I do
Anyway,
have half an eyebrow now. And
to
I do have a
finish off
pencil.
our conversation from earlier. Wow. That's a close-up.
Yeah.
To finish off our conversation, I mean, I feel like Josh Kushner is the guy who rallies and helps fund these things. Like, if you look at his Thrive Capital organization and these other entities that he's spawned off from that, a lot of that is he's good at rallying people to throw in money. And, look, Bob Iger is certainly someone who understands how to manage major entities and has the ability also to fundraise. And he's a basketball fan, monster basketball fan. Understands the economics of the game probably better than anyone because he was the biggest partner with the NBA over the last 20-plus years. So I think it's a good thing for the Lakers is that they've got someone who knows how to raise money and get people involved who have a lot of money. And in Bob's case, he ran one of the biggest companies in the history of the world and also happens to be a monster NBA fan. Like, I think this is a good thing for the Lakers because, I think ultimately, let's just play this out the other way. Let's say Mark Walter doesn't sell the team, okay?
All right.
And let's just say worst case scenario happens and he gets indicted, right? And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying, like, we're just playing this out, in a moment here. And then what happens? You think the NBA wants that on their hands?
Well, you just said something very interesting. This is the best thing that could happen for the Lakers. It's not just Bob Iger and I don't have intimate knowledge of Bob Iger. I only know that he ran Disney. That's it. I have no relationship with the guy.
That's a pretty big, I would say, notch on your belt is what I would say.
It's a huge notch on your belt. I mean, listen, if you why was Steve
By
Ballmer,
the way, yesterday you told everybody in the world that Jerry Jones accosted him in front of an entire room. And apparently he was not even in the room when that happened.
Whether he's in the room or not was not the issue. What I'm saying is
that
Jerry
I would say
Jones,
it's a little different.
Not really. No, I don't see
it takes a lot more gall to do it in front of the man's face than to do it when he's left the room.
Now, by the way, I don't know if he left the room or he didn't leave the room. I saw one guy tweet at you.
Well,
and you were
I did.
Like, hey,
I did. If you Google search it, you can find he was not in the room yet.
Well, whether he was in the room or not is immaterial. Jerry Jones stood up and said he's not one of us. He's not an owner, and he's not spending his money. He's spending Disney shareholder money. And so Jerry Jones wanted nothing to do with Bob Iger. But you see, Bob Iger is now an equal, is what I'm getting at. Bob Iger is now not an employee of Disney.
I still think Jerry Jones
money.
is not in the same stratosphere as the guy who ran the biggest company in the world, arguably. So
I don't know why you don't think so, but that's not an argument.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's fine. But
you also believe he was like in love with Los Angeles because he was born in Inglewood. That had nothing to do with it. It was all financial. It has zero to do with. It's not like Bob.
Hold on.
Not like Jerry is like. You think Jerry's been at the ribbon cutting since then or something? I mean, what are we doing here?
I would say that Jerry Jones. Obviously, listen, if you're going to turn this into, you want to turn this into a Jerry Jones thing, no problem. I'm happy
I'm just saying, like, I don't think you make it seem like Jerry's out there, cutting ribbons or he's planting trees like Kawhi should have.
Jerry Jones absolutely wanted the Rams in L.A.
No, we
not
know that
the Chargers
yes.
and not the Raiders.
No, I get.
Why did he want Inglewood? Was it because he was born in Inglewood?
No, because that's just where they were willing to build, help give them the land for the stadium.
Okay, but Jerry had a tie to Inglewood. I'm only making that point. That's all. Was he not born there? I mean, is this really?
I mean, yes.
I mean, is that true?
But if you just read people who know this story more intimately than you and me, they're like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a cute little anecdote, but it's not really the reason.
I mean, to be fair, Al Davis thought of Hollywood Park in an NFL stadium
a long time ago,
long before Jerry Jones might have.
Yeah. I'm not suggesting Jerry Jones came up with the idea. I'm just telling you.
Anyway,
guys,
let's get back to the Lakers.
Right. Here's the thing.
The Lakers are in a good place, I think, ultimately, because if this would have played out to the worst case scenario with Mark Walter, and by the way, it still could potentially play out that way. Now, I would venture to guess it doesn't. But, it certainly puts a lot of people in a tough spot is what I would say. Whether that's the NBA, it could be. Like, if you're Rob Manfred, Aren't you kind of picking up the phone and calling him today?
Oh, in a huge way. Listen, that is why people made an immediate leap yesterday. They went, wait a second. If he sold the Lakers in under a year and he's under federal investigation, then why would we, the media, not immediately leap to, well, is he planning on selling the Dodgers as well? Because if you could take the Lakers and sell them for $12.5 billion, what do you suppose you could sell the Dodgers for?
10.
Oh, I actually think you might even be able to get more. Because, look, the valuation of the Dodgers, according to Sportico, is in the neighborhood of $9 billion. Remember, Mark Walter,
I read today 7.
Okay, well, again, let's not.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, yeah, that's fine.
But
let's just call it.
How about we split the difference and call it 8?
Yeah, how many figures is double-digit billions? How many figures is that?
Let's see here. 10
If
billion.
I may ask, though, not to bring this in, actually hit the bell real quick, and then we'll do that. 7:22 in the morning. You know what you could have done in the first 22 minutes? Well, if you're like Cappy, you took a lot of punches to the face from Sedano. That's okay, though. We'll put some Vaseline and get them ready. Or
I'll get my eyebrows good, too.
Go see our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Help with the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you. Now, with the Dodgers, isn't it more of a group that owns it?
Well, but he...
Yeah.
The Guggenheim Group. So Mark Walter...
Similar to what we're just about to see with the Lakers, except that the ace in the hole, let's call it, is Mark Walter.
But with the Lakers, Guggenheim was never mentioned. It was Mark Walter.
I'm not sure that there's a
Guggenheim
distinction between the two.
Was involved with this sale of the Lakers. They were all involved. It's the entire group.
Yeah, but does Mark Walter have complete control of the Dodgers to just sell it like that, especially with all that deferred money on the hook?
I don't know. I would imagine that much like the Lakers, isn't he kind of the – I want to say, I don't know, believe exactly if he's the chairman of the Guggenheim Group, but
he is the controlling and primary owner of the Dodgers, Mark Walter.
Now, why are you saying deferred money? What are you talking about, Chris? You're talking about Shohei's deferred money?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of deferred money.
Oh, no, but there's – listen.
That's all baked in.
Right. If you want to sell the Dodgers, whoever is going to buy the Dodgers is going to know all of that.
Right.
I mean, it's like.
And by the way, that's not a bad thing. If you're
it's actually a very good thing. If you own a shopping center and you've got a Whole Foods as the anchor of your shopping center, and they've got a 30-year lease, and you go to sell the shopping center, you're selling the 30-year lease. But as a matter of fact, it's the 30-year lease that makes your property so valuable. In this case, having Ohtani's contract. Now, there is a little small part of it, which is, if Ohtani, there was something in there, and Greg, you could do this research, but if Mark Walter were to sell the team, or if Andrew Friedman were to not be with the organization, then Ohtani has some way of getting out of the contract.
He can void the contract if one or both leave. Yeah.
Right. Oh. So there you go. That's kind of the point here. Like, if this thing goes south, like really, really goes south for some reason, this could be catastrophic in a number of ways.
The other thing, too, Cappy, is the Dodgers own their own radio and TV.
Right.
So they don't get guaranteed money like the Lakers do.
The guaranteed money that the Lakers receive.
The Dodgers own their TV channel. And they own their radio station.
Yeah.
So they don't get guaranteed money like the Lakers are getting for their TV. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not as valuable.
The Dodgers?
Correct.
Well, I mean, look, regardless of what the Dodger valuation is, that's not the issue. The issue is what would somebody
I would say
be willing
to
pay.
To counter that, the Dodgers own the stadium, don't they?
Yes.
Yes. The Lakers do not own the arena.
Just not the parking lot.
Well, that's true.
That's Frank McCourt. That's Frank McCourt.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is that if somebody wanted to buy the Dodgers today, and if the valuation...
It would be an 11-figure deal.
Right, but if the valuation were, it doesn't matter, $7 billion, $9 billion, it doesn't really matter what the valuation is. It ultimately comes down to this: who is willing to pay what for it? And I said this yesterday to Ramona. Steve Ballmer very much changed the game when he overpaid back then for the Clippers. He made an offer that they couldn't refuse, that nobody was going to touch, $2 billion. Now the Clippers are probably worth $7 or $8 billion. Just taking a guess. But if the Dodgers were to come up for sale, what could they get for them?
I mean, think about who would do it, too, because there's a guy up in Golden State who was looking to buy the Angels from Artie Moreno, and he got turned down. Joe Lacob is looking for a baseball team.
Mm-hmm. And there's lots of other rich guys that would love to own the Dodgers. would love to own the Dodgers. And chances are, if all of a sudden somebody called Mark Walter on a Sunday and said, hey, I want to buy the Dodgers from you. I'll give you $15 billion, $13 billion, whatever it is. Would he want to sell that? And that's why people immediately yesterday ran over to Dodger Stadium to ask whatever executive they could, or ask even Dave Roberts, hey, what are the Dodgers next? That, I think, was a reasonable next step question, because people put 2 and 2 together, and here's what 2 and 2 looked like yesterday. He sold the Lakers, and he's under federal investigation. He must need the money. That's what people put together. Do you agree with that? That's why people ran to the Dodgers and said, well, maybe he's going to sell the Dodgers next.
Absolutely.
That's why it was a reasonable question.
We talked about it on the Blue Review this morning. We talked about it on DeMarco and Travis yesterday. That is a huge part of the story. And we have some Stan Kasten sound of it when we come back.
It's wow, look at that tease. It's an incredibly reasonable question to ask. Why wouldn't you ask it?
All right. 7:27 in the morning. We knock on that hardwood. Let's talk about our friends, the Crazy Hernandez brothers at Hernandez
Is that the
Wholesale
Tickly
Flooring.
Walnut?
No, this is still. I don't have any Tickly Walnut. This
Hickory
is
Smoke?
This is the Bristol Hickory.
Oh, Bristol Hickory. Cappy needs to get some of that Tickly Walnut for one of those rental properties he's got.
Yeah, I'm going to tickle your walnut tomorrow night when I'm banging on your hardwood at your house. By the way, we got to talk about that, Cappy. You may have to come pick Stephanie and I up.
He's not even there.
Oh,
anyway,
good. All right.
So Cal, summer's officially. Listen, we are down the stretch here on summer at this point. The grill's still fired up though, and the kids, well, they're starting to go back to school. LAUSD went back yesterday. Everybody is done posting their vacation photos. Meanwhile, what are you doing? You're still looking at those same old floors. Summer's passed you by already. It's time for an upgrade. Head over to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where they've got millions of in-stock options. Hardwood, laminate, tile, waterproof vinyl, carpet, and the turf for the outdoor, which has been great this summer, I may add. And unlike those stores running those summer blowout sales or getting ready for those fall blowout sales every other weekend, Hernandez gives you true wholesale pricing all year long. That's right. No waiting, no gimmicks, no wondering if next week's sale is going to be better. You know why? Because they get an incredible selection every single day, okay, with wholesale pricing every day from a family-owned business that's been serving Southern California for 3 generations. If you're a first responder, active military, veteran, you get extra savings. Everyone else, though, including the vets, all right, and first responders, if you find a lower price somewhere, okay, Hernandez is going to match it. No questions asked. So call them at 866-62-FLOOR. Call those crazy Hernandez brothers, Steven and Carlos. And before your next party, barbecue, or family get-together, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Visit the showroom next to the Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway, or you can go online at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
Thank you, Sedano. 7:30 on a Thursday. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show coming up in 3 minutes. We'll do Bergie's 3 things, talk more Dodgers baseball. Today is also Oral Hershiser Hollywood Star Walk of Fame Day. Alicia Del Valle will join us at 7:45. She will be there today at 6755 Hollywood Boulevard as the Bulldog gets his star on the Walk of Fame. That's all ahead on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
The Circa Million Pro Football Challenge is back. The greatest football contest in the world, coming straight at you from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs, with a cool mill and the coveted blue jacket going to the winner. And hey, if you suck, no prob. Come in last and $100,000 is coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 10 entries per person. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com. Circa Las Vegas, the time of your life.
Being a sports fan in Los Angeles can be unpredictable. Your ice cream shouldn't be. For over 80 years, Thrifty has delivered the exact same legendary experience, right down to our signature cylindrical scoop. It's the brand this city was raised on, and the easiest call you'll make on game day. Skip the debate. Just grab the carton everyone already agrees on. Thrifty Ice Cream, a California classic. Available at most major retailers.
You know, in sports, you got to have the right team in your corner. Same goes for after an accident. That's why when people ask me who'd I call, it's easy. I tell them my guy, Attorney Big Al. Big Al and his team have been helping accident victims across California for more than 15 years. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. They're available 24/7. 1-800-HURT-123 or check them out online at attorneybigalca.com. Attorney Big Al is Attorney Ken Klein based in Los Angeles.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Kenny here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with 0 sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show is on.
And this is going to get a little complicated, Cappy, so follow me here
I'm
for a
listening
second.
very intently.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
I'm listening.
Things. You watch the Blue Review each weekday at 6:30 a.m. with Marcus Grant and Gregory Arthur Bergman. Thanks to LAX. Then Berger gives us his 3 things, presented by Blue Eyes Vodka.
Yes, thanks to Blue Eyes Vodka, made from Idaho potatoes and pristine Teton water. Cappy, you like the Teton water?
I gotta learn more about what the Teton water is all about.
They're
I gotta learn
mountains.
more.
Yeah, you gotta.
Emily showed me a picture of the Tetons the other day.
The Tetons.
Yeah.
For a smoother.
Come on. Don't you love looking at the Tetons?
I'm gonna look at them right now.
Everyone loves the
Googling
Tetons.
them.
For a smoother, creamier, cleaner cocktail with no sugar and just 64 calories per ounce, look for Blue Ice wherever you shop for your spirits. Blue Ice Vodka, pure as the Cappy Tetons.
Yeah,
these are beautiful.
Christopher, I may add, let me tell you something. I was in the car listening to Mason and Ireland yesterday. Mm-hmm. Emily is the reason to listen to that show. She is the smartest person on that show by a long shot.
100%.
Holy moly, she's awesome.
She is smart. Boy, she knows a lot about the Rams, too.
She knows the most about the Rams in the building.
Than
Mason
anybody.
doesn't even try anymore. He just goes, let's talk Rams. Take it away, Emily.
I'm part of the Ramily.
Although she and I did have a strong disagreement from Rams training
I heard.
camp when I said to her, Emily, listen, if the Rams don't win the Super Bowl, this season is a massive failure. And she went, oh, I don't think it's going to be a failure. You know, what if this, what if that? No. I'm like, no. If with this roster, with that quarterback, with that defensive end, with Aaron Donald returning, with that secondary, with these receivers, no. If they don't win the Super Bowl this year, not only do I think it's a massive underperformance and a big disappointment, I guarantee you Sean McVay and the Rams will feel the exact same way.
We should bring Emily,
Ireland, and Emily.
We tried that before. They didn't like that.
Well, then we tried it with you, and then they kicked you. Mason kicked you off, and now he's like, I never did that. I never did that.
Right.
Hey, can I buy you dinner? I never did that.
So let's bring Emily in around 9:30 instead of the Lindsay segment or Bergie segment.
Yeah, let's
bring
do
in
it.
Emily.
I want her and Cappy to go at it again.
Well, I want to see. I want to hear that.
I want her to take you down, Kaplan.
Me too.
I want to say one thing. Tomorrow, I have asked my man Kasim to take over the Lindsay/Bergie segment. Get Kasim a little airtime around
that
here
brother
on a
Kasim
Friday.
Kasim.
Kasim, what do you got for tomorrow?
Don't tell him,
I was
Kasim.
gonna say, I'll keep it a little surprise. But
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
Kasim, don't tell him.
You gonna have some coffee before you do it?
I mean, I'm energized. I'm always energized.
Not at all.
Okay.
Anyway, Bergie's 3 things Alicia will value in about 10 minutes. Go ahead.
We were so worried about this Dodger team. So worried.
Oh, wait, you're playing the Royals. Let's slow down.
Hey. Sweeping is sweeping, okay? They are now won 4 of 5. We're on the positive train again. We're not on the negative train of losing 8 of 9. We're in the 4 of 5. And I got yelled at by Evan Cohen because I wasn't positive enough. So I'm trying to be positive here, Sedano.
Okay, be positive. Give it to us.
So, Eric Lauer, again.
Yeah.
Look at Lauer power. By the power of Eric Lauer.
Lauer power.
Right, and you got to do it, and you got to do it with the Pittsburgh because you thought it was Lauer power, but now it's Lauer power.
Lauer power. You do it with the. Give me the whole
You're
thing.
gonna get Lauer power.
Yins are going to go down over and see the Buccos and see some Lauer power. It's going to happen.
He was great again. It's the same thing that he always does, where he's a little bit rough in those first 2 innings, and he finds a way through 6 innings, only giving up 2 runs, actually 6 1/3. They brought him back out.
Can we talk about a couple of things that I thought were strange, though, after he came out of the game? First of all, Landon Knack is back. Who knew? Okay, let's start with that.
Yeah. Okay. So Landon Knack is back, but they've been using their bullpen so much that they needed Lauer to go deep into the game.
Deep into the game. He
and
went
then
6 1/3.
Right, and then get everybody rest by having Landon Knack come up and throw his 93-mile-per-hour fastball.
But then strange things happened after that. Shohei and Miggy had some miscommunication on a I don't even call it a line drive, but a shot to right field,
right,
where both of them, both of them got in a rundown. Otani ended up getting out. They end up talking about it afterwards. Then Landon Knack, there's like 4 guys converging at the mound trying to get a ball, which is a pop-up. It hits the ground.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just like what? It was a comedy of errors. It felt like, and if that happens in a real game against a more competitive team, let's call it, that would be bad.
So I was trying to be positive, but the things that these are things that I've been talking about for the last few days and last couple of weeks is that the little mistakes that are constantly happening on the field, that type of thing with Landon Knack just dropping a ball because the infielders couldn't get in time or he just didn't get out of the way. The miscommunication between Rojas and Shohei, I don't really know whose fault that one is. So that one's just a
well,
big
clearly it's
circumstance.
somebody's, though, because they were talking about it.
Yeah, but so the ball goes to the outfield, right? And so they throw in to go home because Rojas was trying to tag up. He decided not to tag up. Shohei thinks the ball's going to go through to home plate.
So he's going to second.
So he's going to second, and then when he doesn't, it gets cut off by Salvador Perez, who did a nice play by Perez, who didn't stay behind the plate. He moved up.
Yes.
Yeah, he moved up, and that caused Shohei to become no man's land.
He's been in the league for 37 years. He knows
right.
what to do.
But that
he
double play,
did the right thing.
Yeah, but that double play, and I keep going back to this with you guys with Shohei's knee. When you watch him run in between first and second base, like I don't see a guy who's got a knee problem. And so for all this talk about why he's not pitching right now, I never believe teams when it comes to this kind of stuff. I think he's got more of an arm issue.
There's a different level of torque when you're pitching than if he's just got to run in a straight line. Or you know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily. I mean, we can ask Dr. Clapper about it, but I don't. I think your skepticism or cynicism here is unwarranted.
Hey Bergie, what is the? Did you know what the line would say? What the box score would say on how that double play went down? Like how many different players were involved? Like 9, 6, 3, 1.
Yeah,
like one of those kinds of deals.
Yeah, it would go all over the place.
Yeah.
Like 9, 5, 3. Yeah, it's 3, 6, 3.
42.
It's all over the place.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you this:
you went from
know
right field to catcher to
It was a big day for hunters in LA yesterday. We had We had Hunter Combs in studio yesterday, and then Hunter Fiducia, all right, hitting home runs yesterday.
Yeah, that was
nice to see.
Hunter Fiducia's first home run, so that was great to see. And the Dodgers catchers, since both Dalton Rushing and Will Smith have been out, these two have actually been playing very, very well.
I was like terrified Freddie Freeman, something happened to him.
Oh, dude, of course.
So, no, that was terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
So what happened there? So he was going after this. I blame the Royals dugout completely for not saying something. You have to say something there.
No, you don't.
Yes,
that
no,
is not.
no,
no,
100%.
absolutely not.
I totally disagree with you.
No.
I totally disagree with you.
But look how far. Listen,
I'm not talking
saying,
about the players as much as just people that are in there. Like
you cannot. You cannot be objective about this stuff. Like
no,
that is not the other team's duty, man.
If it was the Dodgers, I'd want them to do the same thing. That's causing someone's health. He could have broken a rib, broken an ankle, broken a wrist,
and
hit
that's
his
part
face
of
on
that's
the
part of the
ground.
deal. You're the first baseman. You got to know where your feet are.
So this is if he was going up against the railing, I totally agree with you. You don't have to say a damn thing. But if you have going into an empty space and you don't realize
in little league, in high school, fine. In professional sports, I don't have any duty to say anything to you.
I think you have professional
As a matter of fact,
courtesy
if you
to
listen
say
to the
something.
broadcast, they've actually talked about how
Oral
opposing teams.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. He
also
also said, I know what he said, that they could have gone there and defended him and caught him.
No,
or
he was
whatever.
on your side.
But he also said that there have been opponents that will literally try to fool you into believing where you are. So it isn't as simple as you make it out to be.
No, it's not. And Oral was actually on your side as well in that, where he was saying like it's not their duty. I just think that at this point, like, it's a game against the last place Royals. Even if it was in a playoff game, I think saying like, "Hey, you're
the guy who's
coming
getting
into
the
an
Hollywood
empty
star
space."
on the Walk of Fame is agreeing with me. I'm siding with him. No offense to you.
No, that has nothing to do. I
take
agree with
offense
Oral
to it,
in almost everything.
Bergie.
I love listening to him, and he gives me so much insight when he talks. I believe at most things that Oral Hershiser says.
Most things.
Yeah. Of course, I don't believe everything that everybody says. I don't believe half the
Except
things you
this
say.
one. This is the one where I draw the
Get
line.
him, Berg. Get him, Berg. Wait, but Bergie, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just say this about Freddie. You got to know the situation as well. Put just a little
this
bit
is a
on
home
Freddie.
ballpark.
Okay, but just a little bit of responsibility goes like this. Hey, this ball is in foul territory. If I can grab it, I will. I'm certainly not going to risk life and limb and potential injury against the Kansas City Royals in game 120 or whatever it is. So a little bit on Freddie to go, hey, there's a time to try and make a big play, and there's a time to kind of let a ball just go foul. And in that particular case, I know his head is up and he's looking. And then once you feel your cleat sort of slip before, because he goes from the grass to whatever surface it is.
Just let it go.
Right.
It's like concrete.
Exactly. Just let it go.
No,
And so a little bit is on Freddie to know when to go for the play and when to know who you're playing against and when you're playing against them.
I was terrified he was hurt too, but it is on him to some extent.
To some extent,
and
absolutely.
it is not on the Royals by any stretch of the imagination.
It is on him to some extent because this is his home ballpark. He should know where he is on the field, and I totally agree with all of that. I just think that even if it happened on the other side and the Dodgers, it was the Royal guy going into the camera well versus on the Dodgers side, I would hope that they would say something when it's an empty space because it's just for the well-being of a player. Like that's a big spot right there. That can ruin
it's professional sports, man.
He could have gotten hurt really bad. He was very lucky.
He could have gotten
very lucky.
He could have broken
Thankfully,
something.
He didn't.
His
He's going to be
career
pretty
could have
sore
ended.
today, I would imagine.
Yeah, no, he did. So after the game, he did talk. And
it was also bruised, his ego. I'm sure Andy Paez for not being able to get the ball out of his glove and dropping it and making an error there in the outfield.
If this is the third thing, it's one of the most annoying things ever. He is somebody that should never be allowed to challenge again. These challenges that
he had a rough day.
Yeah,
he had a rough day.
This is 3 games in a row. They lost both challenges, and
then he had the error in the outfield.
Right, and the error in the outfield. But it's also the ball lands in middle of the plate on these challenges, and it's so frustrating. He needs to be taken away. You are not allowed to challenge anymore. You're done. You're out. That's it.
No more challenge for you.
You lose.
It's like the quarterback who can't audible.
I like it. A little Willy Wonka. Right. Good job, Berg.
3 things sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, pure as the Tetons.
Thank you, Fergie. 7:47 in the morning.
Love this.
The Sedano and Kaplan Morning Show. Let me tell you about my friends. You hear Johnny and I talking about the great folks at Life Source.
I get out of the shower, I do a happy dance, and then I suck on the tap.
Now, Johnny I sounded like he was on speed or crack yesterday. He's talking so fast, excited about the biggest story of the day. But you know really why? You know why, Cappy?
Tell me.
Because he gets out of the shower and he wiggles it around.
Oh,
he's
I bet.
free as a bird because he's got a Life Source whole house water system. He sucks on the tap and it's clean water. No chlorine in there. No disgusting water where your skin feels dirty, like you've been at Skivoso all night, like Pepe says.
Esquivoso.
Exactly right. Don't be a city water sleazeball no more. Make the change. Make that change, as Michael said. That's Michael Jackson for the kids. 800-WATER-99 or LifeSourceWater.com. Make that change. Be free of that city water. LifeSource has got you covered. The most important appliance in your house will be your LifeSource whole house water system. Not your air fryer and not those toys underneath the bed like Cappy. A LifeSource whole house water system. 800-WATER-99. LifeSourceWater.com. Upgrade your life. Upgrade your water, Jack. LifeSource Water. Be like John Ireland. Be like myself. If you don't believe us, look up the reviews. 5 stars all the way, sucker. 800-WATER-99. LifeSourceWater.com. One more time. Do you write it down? Tell your kid in the car that's got that brown paper bag for lunch, hey, sucker, give me that brown paper bag. I got to write this down. 800-WATER-99. LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply. Oral Hershiser is getting his star today on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And in 3 minutes, the great Alicia Del Valle will join us. She'll be there today on Hollywood Boulevard when Oral gets his star, the Bulldog. That's next on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
National Tell a Joke Day is coming up. I got one. Why did Rick cross the 10 freeway? To get to Morongo. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're the Fantasy Football HQ for draft parties. Book your draft party today.
Number 2.
We're giving away a 2026 Mustang GT Fastback. Earn entries now, and you could drive off a winner the 31st.
And the number 1 reason.
Good times.
Morongo. Good times.
Yes, indeed, 7:50 in the morning. Want 2 tickets to football's biggest championship game? Join Travis and Marcus today at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa for a live broadcast and enter for a chance to join the Morongo Fantasy Football Face-Off. Draft live with Travis and Marcus. Beat the host for weekly prizes and be the last fan standing to win the grand prize. Powered by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Alicia Del Valle, we talk about the Bulldog getting his start today in Hollywood. 90 seconds from right now.
Summer is sizzling and the August deals are at Northridge of Wonders Toyota. It's Bethel Durant, and I love my Camry Hybrid. And right now, you can lease a 2026 Camry SE Hybrid CVT for $359 a month or 36 months plus tax. $359 for a new Camry Hybrid? Come on now. It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Camry model 2561 with total SRP of $33,808. Lease and purchase amount of $21,964. $29.99 due at signing. Includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required. Unapproved credit, tax, title, license, or extra. Excludes dealer doc fee of $80. Offer ends 8/31/2026.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
We are such a bunch of weirdos that work at this radio station. Seriously.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive. Back to the guys.
How's everyone doing?
Good morning. We're doing great. Happy to celebrate a big day here in Southern California.
Yes.
Tell me about what you're expecting today.
Well, yes. Happy Oral Hershiser Walk of Fame Star Day. That's what I should have led with. It's just going to be a celebration. We all love Oral, and it's so well-deserved. And he joins just a select few of getting his own, of receiving his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And he's so humble. He did not ask for this. And the friends of Oral put this all together and kind of forced him to accept this recognition. And so, like everything Oral does, now he's all in. You know, once he commits, it's just going to be a wonderful celebration, and it's open to the public. And Chris Morales brought me on here because I know we want everybody, Dodger fans, baseball fans, to get out there, wear your blue, and support Oral, right?
Yeah, I think if you're an Oral Hershiser fan, and by the way, we've seen him open a car dealership and like thousands of people show up. So you would think, Alicia, that a lot of people are going to want to be there today. Just details as to what time everybody should be there if they want to come out and celebrate.
Sure. Okay, so technically the ceremony starts at 11:30. But, of course, with L.A. being in Hollywood, it's closest to Hollywood and Highland, you know, take public transportation, get your Lyft ride share, do what you can to get out there early to get your spot and celebrate because, once again, the streets are blocked off. And they're going to make room for all of the Dodger fans that show up, which is why I'm saying wear your blue. And we're all going to be together to celebrate just, you know, a baseball great, a Dodger legacy. He's just a legendary human, and I'm so excited to be part of it, to be part of his team, you know.
You say that Oral did not exactly go looking for this honor himself. It was friends of his that put this together. Alicia, you know any more about that? Like who took up this cause and said, you know what? Oral needs to be on that Walk of Fame. He has to have a star. He's not going to do it for himself. He's not going to ask anybody. Let's do that for him. You know the backstory there?
Well, I just know that, you know, Eddie, his partner over at Legends Attic and with the dealership, Chevy, located in Chino, the beautiful city of Chino, he just said there was a group of friends. I only know of Eddie as being one of them. I wasn't privy. I wasn't part of those, you know, meetings. And I know there were some good steaks and martinis probably involved, some good wine, but I was not there to be part of the planning. I will say this, you know, Oral Hershiser is a Falcon from Bowling Green, just like Steve Mason. And I've heard Mason on ESPN LA talk about how he wants his own star. So how do you think Mason's feeling today? You know, I love it, wink, wink.
Well, there's the difference, right? One guy's pretty much politicking for his own star.
Right.
And another
the other guy
is like too
he's
humble.
Like sheepish about it.
Right.
Yes.
Bowling Green. There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
No. Everybody's just so excited. Oral, everyone at Legends, everyone at Chevy, everyone at Lucy Premium Pet Food. I mean, Oral's just this entrepreneur. He's that guy. You know, he sees something, he puts his whole heart and spirit into it, and he's a great leader. But he's just a great friend. He supports all of us. So the enthusiasm is real. Like, we all want to be there cheering on Oral. And he's just such a, you know, a God-fearing man, a family man, and a baseball great. He loves the game, and that translates to all parts of his life. So it's going to be a very special day. It's one block. Oral Star will be one block away from Vin Scully, the great Vin Scully. So there's all kinds of legendary magic going on. You mentioned the 60, 6, 7, 55. Address 6755 Hollywood Boulevard. Again, because I'm a Chicana, I'm a Latina. We love landmarks. So that's why I'm trying to help people. The landmark that you could get to, not just go by the address, is Hollywood and Highland. You know how we do it. Chris Morales knows, like, it's by the 7-Eleven. It's by the Pink Donut, two blocks past. So I'm helping everybody out. It's closest to Hollywood and Highland. Get close to there, and you're close to the star.
And the homeboys and homegirls got to be on time today. No Mexican time today.
No Mexican time.
Exactly.
You said it.
Now, Alicia, you mentioned
Come on, everybody.
steaks and martinis. We still got to get Cappy to Del Rey, like the night that you, me, and Beto were together at Del Rey. But, last night I was at your other spot, Steakenstein in Pico Rivera. So we got to take Cappy there, too. He'll love the bread.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll go.
Great on great. Both mentioned. Steakenstein, definitely a favorite. I love celebrating my birthday there because they do that table size, fire up the steak.
Yep.
Cappy, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's got that old school fireplace in the lobby. The bar is like a sports bar. It's a dark, woodsy vibe, like old school steakhouse. But then Del Rey is legendary. Del Rey is, I remember being a little girl walking past Del Rey, like, someday I'm going to be able to afford to go in there. And look at us now. Del Rey's delicious. It's phenomenal, and it's Pinky Ring Continental Dining. It's one of our prideful spots in Pico Rivera for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, Cappy, we got to get you a pinky ring, Jack.
Oh, I'd love to. First of all, I'd love to have a pinky ring. I also love the Steakenstein because it with the Stein part, it sounds like my people. You know what I'm saying?
It does, yeah,
right.
True.
I was thinking my whole time, I'm like, are these the Hebrew brothers or is the Stein like the big drinking glass? I'm not even sure. But the Steakenstein sounds like my people.
The great Alicia Del Valle, LA's legendary homegirl. Alicia, have a great day. Enjoy the celebration. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Alicia.
Thanks, CM, and thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You
See
too.
There, everybody.
See you, Del Rey.
Bye.
Absolutely right. We'll get you to Pico Rivera.
Yeah, when are we doing that?
Hey, Oral is a poker player, too. He played in the World Series of Poker because I know that's going on right now, too. So,
and we'll play some poker afterwards, too, Cappy.
I'd like to do that
and
as
we'll
well.
take you to Stephanie's house. You can see Otis the Bunny.
Oh, I'd love to hug up on Odie.
It could be your whole night in Pico and Whittier.
A little nudge to
Cappy's
Odie.
like a bluffing poker player, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm all in.
He's holding
all in.
He's holding nothing but pocket schwans.
Right. But I'm all in, and I'm trying to bluff you out.
8 o'clock at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. We are celebrating as Oral Hershiser gets his star today on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Travis Rogers, our afternoon man, will join us at 8:30 this morning on his way to Hollywood. As we continue, we'll keep talking Lakers not on sale, but sold again. Plus Dodgers baseball. We return in 4 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kaplan Morning Show on a Thursday on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
When it's time for your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. It's Chris Morales telling you to go see John Good at George Chevrolet. With straightforward pricing, real savings, a great selection, and award-winning service, George Chevrolet is committed to earning your business by saving you money. Whether you're a first-time buyer, rebuilding your credit, or ready to upgrade, their team is here to help you find the right vehicle at the perfect price. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway in Bellflower or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hey, John Ireland here. Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got a Life Source whole house water system. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. Upgrade your water and your life with Life Source. I did, and I'll never go back. Call the Life Source California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Life Source water, it's not just better, it's essential. Life Source, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Waba Grill. It's flavorful.
Pick me up and never put me down.
It's quality. It's fresh. It's spicy. Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. A spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in fiery chili crisp. Get yours now, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
The Circa Million Pro Football Challenge is back. The greatest football contest in the world, coming straight at you from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs, with a cool mill and the coveted blue jacket going to the winner. And hey, if you suck, no problem. Come in last and $100,000 is coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 10 entries per person. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com. Circa Las Vegas, the time of your life.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was fired today. Ippei Mitsuhara ran up gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation.
The inside story of the biggest scandal in modern baseball.
He was absolutely bananas, the amount of bets he was making. I've never seen anything like it.
From 30 for 30 podcasts, this is The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
Presented by Gusto. New episodes available now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Red Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Gotta wake up. This is the Angelica's Insurance 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Good morning, guys. This is Angelica, and this is the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA, presented by Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and we got you covered at Angelica's Insurance. From auto and home to business and life, we have a plan just for you, even DUI and SR22 coverage to get you back on the road fast. Visit us at angelicas-ins.com for a free quote today. And now, the 8 a.m. hour of the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, powered by Angelica's Insurance. And Sedano, please pump the brakes, sucker.
The Angelica's Insurance 8 a.m. hour.
There she was, just walking down the street singing.
8:06. Good morning, Jack. You know, Sedano loves the oldies. On this day in 1964, Manfred Mann was #1 on the UK singles charts with Do What Did
Look
He.
fine.
And you know, Christopher, I was actually in the car yesterday in my Cadillac and listening to Sirius, if you want to keep playing this song. And I actually listened to the oldies for a little bit.
Which channel were you on the Sirius?
I was on 60s on 6.
60s on 6,
Really?
everybody.
You on the 60s on 6. How about that?
There you go. And we've teamed up, as you know, obviously with the finest dealership in America, Cadillac of Beverly Hills. We know Cadillac. When was the last time you've driven one? Well, luckily for me, I've been driving one for over a year, all sorts of different ones. And this new lineup of Cadillac EVs, sedans, and SUVs absolutely define luxury at the top of its game. You can find them all at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Again, my favorite of all the ones I've driven, and I've driven them all, okay, at this point, okay? SUVs, EVs, EV SUVs, sedans, you name it. The Lyric, man. This is an EV SUV. You get tons of mileage per charge, and they start at about $400 a month, man. So go in and say hello to Dan and Grant and that incredible team over there at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out that beautiful showroom they've got at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard. And you know what? They got the best coffee, the best free coffee you can get in Beverly Hills over there, on top of all those beautiful luxury American vehicles that they've got at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. So go check it out at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard, or check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Thank you, Sedano.
Turn this up for 1 second. Just turn up the song for 1 second. Does anybody, when you hear this song, does any movie come to mind? What movie comes to mind?
Maybe Sandlot?
Okay, I hadn't thought of
that's
that.
a good one, Sandlot.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
I, don't
I feel like this is in that movie.
I'm not sure. I think of the movie Stripes with Bill Murray. Because remember when Bill Murray's in the Army and they are doing like their marching, and so they're saying, here she comes just a walking down the street singing "Do I Did," and that was Bill Murray. That was the way Bill Murray got his troops in Stripes to march and sing. It was this song, and so of course I didn't know this was Manfred whoever from the 1960s. Rob Manfred.
Manfred
Not Rob Manfred.
Not
different
Rob
person.
Manfred.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cappy, are you are you in today? There's a lot of football on today. It's preseason football. Are you in? Including the Raiders. Kirk Cousins will get his first opportunity today to play. And, I'm sure Greg will also be locked in not only to the Raiders but the Chargers-Texans because Davis Mills will be playing for the Texans.
Oh, I love me some Davis Mills. Is he still there? Is he on like Seattle
yes,
or
you had
like
him on
New
3
York?
different teams last year, but he's still with the Texans.
Yeah, more Davis Mills in my life.
To answer your question, though, it is kind of funny. Today is Thursday, August 13th. And if you were concentrating today on the Lakers being sold or Freddie Freeman falling into the dugout or whatever story was on top of mind for you, you might be caught off guard to hear that, there's a lot of preseason football starting tonight. But I will say, George,
By the way, 2 games on NFL Network today, tonight as well. So make sure you tune into that.
Not a huge preseason viewer.
Really? I'm surprised by this.
I will admit, not a huge preseason viewer. But, well, you also got to understand, I have some other things I got to catch up on.
I mean, Packers and Steelers? I mean, come on. Aaron Rodgers against his old team, except he won't play?
How about Mike McCarthy against his old team? Mike McCarthy standing on the sidelines for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, how much sweat will Mike McCarthy be delivering tonight?
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, if you have ESPN Unlimited, which is the plan you can get, like the streaming plan, you can watch Cardinals Raiders as well. I mean, if you're not in the local area, obviously, I believe it'll be on KTLA, if I recall correctly.
Yes, Channel 5
locally.
tonight.
Yeah,
and you'll see JT the Brick on the sidelines. Did that for you, Bergie?
And then the nightcap on the NFL Network is Titans, not the Tetons, but the Titans. Against the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go at 6 o'clock.
I guess maybe I would think a little bit about Chargers-Texans. I would think about Raiders-Cardinals. I'd be somewhat interested
Well,
in Raiders-Cardinals.
Chargers-Texans will be on Channel 2, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But I would say that Packers-Steelers, if you were going to create a good matchup in the preseason, I mean, this would actually be a great matchup for like week 1. Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy host the Green Bay Packers, or, if it were week 1, Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy return to where they brought Super Bowl glory. There's a street in Green Bay named after Mike McCarthy right outside of the stadium. So that would be juicy if it were week 1. But unfortunately, week 1 of the preseason, it just doesn't have, for me, the sexiness.
I'm going to have to record the Rams game because, I'm doing the preseason week 2 next week.
Okay.
Rams Saints. So I got to make sure I watch. We got a Little League last summer ball game at 12:30. So I'm gonna have to record the game, come back, watch it afterwards.
Okay. All right. Well, so you're doing the preseason for the Rams next week, you said?
Yeah, the Saints game.
Okay. Pretty good, man. Nice work. Very good. Wow. Football. It kind of camp happens, and you're following all the stories around training camp, and then all of a sudden it's Thursday night and preseason just kind of sneaks up on you. Yeah. And but I will say I would be curious as Raiders. If I were going to watch one preseason game tonight, I probably would want to see what is the situation with Kirk Cousins, and what will be the situation with Fernando Mendoza.
I really just want to see Kirk Cousins have to scramble.
Yeah, that's going to be
I want to see him
entertainment
try to
for you,
run
huh?
again like he did in practice.
You like watching that?
More of a hobble.
Yeah, and then I want to see my Cuban cutie and see what happens when he gets in the game.
You want that Cuban cutie to be the starter immediately, don't you?
I'd much rather that than watch Kirk Cousins at this stage of his career.
I think that could be one of our branding lines. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. The Cuban cutie, or cootie. The Cuban cootie. I said it again.
Twice.
The Cuban cutie and the Hebraic brother.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of stumbled through that, though.
I like that.
It's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Listen all day for your chance to win tickets to experience Cosm and see why it's one of the most immersive ways to watch sports and entertainment. Feel like you're right in the middle of the action with Cosm's shared reality experience. Visit Cosm.com for more information.
Yeah. So I'm surprised, Cappy, you're not a preseason guy.
No, I'm not a preseason guy. I don't go to preseason games. I very rarely watch preseason games. Although you did mention
you won't watch
Rams.
the Rams?
I would say this. I don't really watch the Rams in the preseason because you don't really see much of what they are.
You love Stetson Bennett more than almost anyone on earth, it feels like. You and DeMarco.
I love Stetson Bennett more than Stetson
like
Bennett's
his mom
parents.
and dad,
right,
probably.
Exactly. I love him more than Kirby Smart loves him down in Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm a big Stetson Bennett guy, I guess. Rams Chiefs on Saturday. Now, middle of the day, Saturday afternoon.
Oh, Rachel, no chance. Preseason game? No way.
I know. Right.
No way.
Right. She'll be like, wait a second. Your whole world is about to change on Sundays and Thursdays and Mondays, and now you're telling me you want to watch a Saturday afternoon preseason game?
Speaking of which, Cappy, I think you had already signed or taken your headphones off when I mentioned this last hour.
Yeah.
All the business class seats on the train tomorrow are sold out already.
No.
So you got to come pick Stephanie and I up.
At the where?
In Orange County.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah.
No, but let's talk after the show.
I'll be all over that.
No, we're going to figure it out. Is Rachel going to be out with us tomorrow night for Yali Crew?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, man, she's
let
excited.
her know. Don't put any gummies in Stephanie's mouth.
Okay. Well, I want to try this new product this weekend. Have you guys heard about Willie Nelson has a deal, and he's got a THC beverage called Willie's? Have you guys heard about this product at all? And it comes in what looks like a bottle of it looks like it could be a bottle of vodka, but it's really a THC infused beverage that has Willie Nelson's name all over it. That I'd like to try. Now, can I give Stephanie some of that?
No, I don't think she's a big THC person.
Okay, so keep her away from it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, all right.
You got a driver? Because we're just going to take car service down.
You are?
Yeah, probably.
Well, we're going to have a nice night. Yachtly Crew is very excited. I spoke to the guys yesterday. Very excited to come to the racetrack to see what goes on with the horse racing. And I actually also think they may be giving out a trophy. I also thought about getting them to do the seventh inning stretch, which is called Sing with Bing, which is where you do where the turf meets the surf down at Old Del Mar, and having the guys sing that. They were like, "You want us to come in uniform?" I'm like, "No, come in shorts and flip flops, bro. I don't need Captain Steubing there."
We should invite Hacksaw to Yachtly Crew.
Oh, the Saw would love it.
Can you imagine? I don't like yacht rock. I like hockey talk.
I want to talk NHL draft with you. No, I think the Yachtly Crew thing will be a lot of fun tomorrow night. So if you guys want to come down, man, we'd love to have you. I'll tell you that right now.
Why do you call him Sailor Hawkins?
I don't know, George. You know what? You may have gotten me intrigued a little bit. 4:00 this afternoon, Packers.
What are you doing at 4:00? Rachel's not going to be bugging you. She's still working.
Yeah, I think I do feel like
she's
I have
a couple
something.
glasses in
She's
by
not
4:00.
She's not going to get on your case. And by bugging, I mean getting on your case. She's not getting on your case. She's still working at 4, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Thursday.
I think 4:00. Packers Steelers might be something I could be interested in.
I mean, Joe Burrow is actually going to play in the Bengals game, apparently.
Yeah, Lions Bagels 4:00. I could maybe catch a little bit of that.
You just call them bagels?
Yeah, I think I did.
Where's your head at?
on an everything bagel with some lox and some cream cheese and some capers and some tomatoes. That sounds delicious.
Get some good schmear on there.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
smear that thing.
For sure. Remember when the Colts-Patriots would have been a big deal? You know, when you had Peyton Manning and you had Tom Brady?
Yeah, that was a decade ago or more
now they sell you Colts-Patriots in the preseason. But Cardinals' new coach that comes from the McVay tree, and Raiders with a new coach that comes from the Seattle Super Bowl champions. So 2 new head coaches and the number 1 overall pick, your Cuban cutie. You know, you may have me interested a little bit in the Raiders and the Cardinals. Chargers, Texans, that doesn't do much for me. Titans, Niners, also, I'm going to say probably not. But Raiders, Cardinals, I'm in. And Steelers, Packers. I think you got me.
You love the
George.
Tetons.
Yeah, I think you got me.
Now that you've seen them.
I'll tell you this about the Rams, though. Just speaking about the preseason and what's going to happen here. I saw this report a couple days earlier. I'm sure everybody here has seen it by now or heard it from Adam Schefter. And it was a report on, hey, I'm hearing that Puka Nacua could be suspended. Here, let me play this for you, George, and let's jump into this a little bit.
There are some things going on behind closed doors that we don't have full access to that are going to have a significant impact on this season, depending on how these conversations go. And what I'm talking about is the potential discipline for a handful of players that we believe will be handed down, whatever it is, by the start of the regular season. Cases that I believe are now being reviewed include that of the Rams wide receiver, Puka Nacua, who could potentially face discipline for some of the offseason headlines that accompanied him and some of those incidents last year with another woman. What did and didn't occur, we'll leave that to the NFL to figure out what did and didn't happen. But it's possible that when the Niners and Rams play in Australia, it's within the realm of options that Puka doesn't play in that game.
I mean, first of all, when Adam Schefter says things, okay, people take them as like fact. And what he says, and he's very careful with the way he says it, there's the potential, there's the possibility that there could be disciplinary action for some of the headlines that he created in the offseason, and it's conceivable and possible that Puka Nacua might not be on the field when the Rams take on the Niners in Australia on September 10th. And I will tell you this, as a fan, that would be a terrible shame to not see one of the best players not play in the opening game against a division rival all the way around the world. That would be a shame. On the other hand, if I took my emotion out of it and I were a disciplinarian with the NFL, I would look at the headlines that Schefter just referenced and I would say, this is bad for the image of the league. It's bad for the image of the organization. And you know what? We're going to take some disciplinary action. So I don't know for sure if Puka Nacua will be on the field on September 10th in Australia against San Francisco. But when Adam Schefter, he kind of is dropping morsels at this point, right?
Yeah.
He's saying, I don't know exactly. It's behind closed doors. I don't have all the access to it. But yet I believe Schefter is the best NFL insider in the business. So he knows something. And that's worrisome.
I definitely believe him hinting at that means that it is it's a real possibility for sure. I mean, would you be surprised if that were the case?
Not one bit. Now, as a fan of Puka Nacua's, the football player, I want to see Puka Nacua on the field. I want to see him catching passes across the middle. I want to see him dart 50 yards for a touchdown. I want to see him block for his teammates. I want to see what Puka Nacua does because that's why people have grown to love him as a football player.
Right.
As a dude, he got to grow up. And that's why the Rams, in my opinion, have not yet given him the kind of contract that his playing career has already earned him. It's his off-the-field stuff making the team look bad, making the league look bad. All these offseason headlines that Schefter just references. As a football fan of the football player, I want Puka Nacua on the field. As a person who looks at his off-the-field behavior and accusations, I have to say, I expect that the league will punish him at some point. And they'll try and teach him, hey, it's grown-up time now. Okay? You're not some little kid anymore. This is multi-billion-dollar business.
Yeah, no, listen, I would get it. I would not be surprised one bit if that were the case. So, look, I think ultimately if you're the Rams, I'm sure this isn't news to them, if I had to guess, because I would imagine the league has been in contact with them about the possibilities of this.
I would think so. And listen, I hope that if Puka Nacua is suspended, whether it's a game or 2 games, because think about it, George, if let's just say hypothetically the league decides to suspend him for 2 games, and they say, look, he's not necessarily guilty, but we know that he's involved in some things. This is bad for our business. It's bad for our image. We have to teach this young man a lesson, and we got to do it now. Mm-hmm. If they suspended him for 2 games, you'd be talking about the 49er game in Australia and then the the Monday, was it Monday or Sunday? I think it's a Monday night game.
The Giants after
it's
that?
the Monday night game. Yeah, it's the Monday against the Giants at home. So these are huge games, by the way. These are absolutely massive games.
I would say the Niners game is huge. They can beat the Giants without Puka Nacua.
Oh, they can beat the Giants without him. I'm saying it's a big game because it's a nationally televised Monday night football game in SoFi Stadium.
Right.
And
it actually brings more attention to the suspension because of it, to be honest with you.
Right. But you're ESPN, and think about what that that Monday night in SoFi is going to be like. Hey, this is where the Super Bowl will be played. We're going to be presenting you the Super Bowl. I'm sure ESPN has got a big plan for what that first Monday night game in SoFi Stadium, where you've got L.A. versus New York. You've got massive television ratings.
With the new television offices being right next door, basically.
Right. So you've got a dream matchup, Monday Night Football, the legendary organization that is the New York Giants versus the hottest thing that everybody wants a piece of in the L.A. Rams, and you're putting that on Monday Night Football. In fact, that's probably all the more reason why he won't get suspended for 2 games, because the league would be like, listen, we got to put our best product on the field. Suspend him, teach him a lesson, slap him on the wrist, tell him to grow up, and then get his ass back out there for Monday Night Football. That'd be my guess.
Okay.
Just guessing here. Just guessing.
I like it.
You know,
I like your guessing.
It's a big deal, Monday Night Football.
I mean, listen,
SoFi Stadium.
I again, if he gets suspended, I don't think anyone would be that surprised. Even Rams fans would have to be like, hey, we get it. It is what it is. To me, if you're a Rams fan, you understand the gravity of what transpired, and you hope that he learns from that situation. And, if the league deems it necessary to suspend him, then so be it. You take your punishment like an adult and you move forward.
Yeah, you turn him into an adult. That's exactly right.
All right. 8:25, good morning. Thursday morning on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, Travis Rogers en route to Hollywood, where the stars live, and where Oral Hershiser's star on the Walk of Fame will be unveiled today. He'll join us in just a few moments. But, Cappy, let's talk about the wellness company.
I'm holding it right here. Here is the medical emergency kit, everybody. And imagine you go to a sports bar, right? You're watching games. There you were. You're surrounded by other fans. You're sharing wings with people, right? You're sharing drinks. You're high-fiving random people. And everybody remembers how much fun it was to watch that game, but nobody remembers that there was a guy behind you. He was coughing out his lungs. And then a few days later, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You wake up. You've got a fever. Your throat's on fire. So now what? Urgent care, closed. Emergency room, packed. Telehealth, maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You need the medical emergency kit. This is not a first aid kit, everybody. This contains essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions: sinus and ear infections, UTIs, stomach bugs, all kinds of things. So you use your doctor-developed guidebook. It's right here. It's inside the medical emergency kit. And you select the right prescription. Or if you don't feel confident in it, you call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and a drugstore at home. So when you're sick or you're traveling or you're stranded, you're going to wish you had ordered that medical emergency kit. So do it now. It'll only take you just a couple of minutes. Go to urgentcarekit.com/710. urgentcarekit.com/710. Use our promo code 710. You're saving $45. You got to get a medical emergency kit. Your kids are going off to school. Your kids are going to come home and bring you germs. You got to have this thing in your house. urgentcarekit.com/710.
By the way, speaking of kids, tell them to stay off the internet. You're taking a lot of Comrex hits this morning.
I am.
What's going on with your pipe over there?
I don't know, man. Thought I had a big pipe.
I thought so too. We're getting a lot of clipping.
Oh, wow.
That's no good.
No good at all.
But you know what is good? Travis Rogers. He's going to join us in 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
You know, in sports, you got to have the right team in your corner. Same goes for after an accident. That's why when people ask me who'd I call, it's easy. I tell them my guy, Attorney Big Al. Big Al and his team have been helping accident victims across California for more than 15 years. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. They're available 24/7. 1-800-HURT-123, or check them out online at attorneybigalca.com. Attorney Big Al is Attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
Baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. Boston is trading at 9.6% to win it all, meaning a 100% trade pays out $909 with a win. LA versus New York in the championship series, trading at 10%, meaning a $100 trade pays out $875 if this is the championship series matchup. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probabilities change, you can buy in and out of your position. Download the Kalshi app and use code TRAVIS to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risks and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal too, right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end September 8th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was fired today. Ippei Mitsuhara ran up gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation.
The inside story of the biggest scandal in modern baseball.
He was absolutely bananas, the amount of bets he was making. I've never seen anything like it.
From 30 for 30 podcasts, this is The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
Presented by Gusto. New episodes available now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Oh, rack us.
8:30, good morning. Kaiser genuinely loves the great Travis Rogers. Sweet Tea, T-Raj. Travis Rogers joins us now en route to Hollywood. Good morning, Travis.
Good morning, guys.
How's that traffic this morning going up that way?
Not great. So far, so good. I'm still kind of down by my house, but I typed it into my phone, and I'm looking at a solid 2-hour drive to get to where I need to go. So not great.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Trav, when you're stuck in traffic. Go ahead, man.
Am I the scumbag in this situation? Like
No.
Morales' introduction?
No, the gutless scumbags. I don't remember who I referenced, but that's okay.
I mean, he uses it so.
I just wanted to know how we're starting this.
Yeah, he uses it so loosely and frivolously that he doesn't even remember who he's referencing anymore.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
But Trav, when you're stuck in traffic, I'm a big DeMarco and Travis fan. But on Tuesdays, I must admit to you, Live Imaging Tuesday is my favorite day on DeMarco and Travis.
Oh, I'm sure it's Travis's too.
And and Trav, I'm sorry to tell you that what makes it my favorite day on the show is how much I feel your vibe of how much you hate Morales pulling in and taking over. I was dying laughing on Tuesday when Morales was busting chops on DeMarco because DeMarco thinks that Myles Garrett doesn't like Bergie's question, and therefore Myles Garrett is going to rip Bergie's head straight off of his body. And Morales is saying to DeMarco, what's he going to do? Like really? Like, do you really think he's going to physically assault the guy? And so, for me, I'm just letting you know, I love Live Imaging Tuesday on DeMarco and Travis, and my favorite part is how much you hate it.
Well, it depends on what the topic is on any given day. There are many, many moments where I do hate it. There are fewer moments where I can tolerate it. Okay, but yeah, the Myles, I felt like I felt a little like Myles Garrett in that moment where I'm just kind of sitting there like, are we going to get to something important? Like, are we going to do something here? I just have to sit here and wait for these two guys to finish yelling at each other.
Listen, imagine doing that 5 days a week. I feel your pain every day.
Right, it's Live Imaging Tuesday here every day.
Yeah, maybe I'll text you guys on the side and just look for some coping mechanisms and we can figure something out.
Yeah.
But I will say just one thing. I want to defend Chris. I'm on Chris's side on this, not on DeMarco's side.
Yeah, I am with him on this. A rare moment where I believe Chris has the right side of the equation.
Yeah, I mean, Bergie asks a personality-based question to Myles Garrett, try and loosen him up a little bit.
It was not the best execution based off the audio I heard, but that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to I feel like, Travis, if he framed the question differently is what I told Bergie. If you frame it like, hey, did you see this Justin Herbert thing? He had a picnic with his girlfriend, on the field or whatever. Instead of asking him, would you do that? The way you ask that is, you've played with a lot of different guys. You know anybody that would do something like that? And like let him kind of go from there.
Look, you're talking to the guy that asked Sean McVay a soup question. Of course, I'm on the side of Bergman in this whole thing. I'm the one that asked a question that was so bad to Sean McVay in the attempt to get him to loosen up a little bit that his response was, I have no idea what that means.
I have no idea what that means.
It's not a great moment. That's the one right there. And so I'm on Bergman's side too. You got to try something every once in a while, and sometimes you miss, like with soup or with canoodling, and you move on. It's not the end of the world.
Right, but if Myles Garrett did decide that he wanted to rip Bergie's head off, which he would never do such a thing. He's a sweetheart of a guy. But I would expect DeMarco to at least help a little bit on the Bergie side, because Bergie's now really DeMarco's teammate more so than Myles Garrett is, don't you think?
I agree with you. I don't know if DeMarco would feel the same way, but I agree with what you're saying, yes.
I know. DeMarco thinks that he's more of a teammate of Myles Garrett than he does of Bergie. Can we agree on that?
I think it would be a photo finish for sure. I don't know which way he'd finally come down, but it'd be closer than I think any of us think, yes.
By the way, Bergie, I still love the question. I thought it was great, and I thought that Chris destroying DeMarco on Tuesday's show, like, if DeMarco doesn't go, oh, come on, Bergie, like if he doesn't try and separate himself from it, maybe Myles thinks it's a good question. But the way, DeMarco responded, put Bergie in a tough spot. I thought you were in a very, very tough spot, very uncomfortable in that moment.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted DeMarco to have my back just a little bit. That's all. Just to be like, hey.
I mean, DeMarco,
right
what I would say to DeMarco is Berg is your teammate now, okay? Not Myles Garrett. You're not on the D-line anymore. It's Berg who's your teammate. Get his back.
When DeMarco closes his eyes, though, he thinks he's still suiting up with pads and everything.
Perhaps that's the case. And then he looks over at Myles Garrett and says, hey, you're my guy. You're my teammate. You're my pass rusher. Bergie, I don't even know who you are. I mean, that's kind of the way he did. He kind of did you like that, Berg.
That's how he was when he walked in that first day at camp, too, with Beto and Geeter and myself. Just didn't even look at us.
I'm trying to remember, Greg, where you were standing when was DeMarco between you guys, or were you standing right next to Myles? I forget.
So I was on the end, and DeMarco was in between me and Myles. So he very well. Yeah.
DeMarco would have been in the way whether he wanted to be or not. You would have been able to get away.
No. He stepped back.
Yeah.
No.
He did step back.
Trav, he stepped back.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to step out of here.
Yeah. He made space so that if Myles Garrett wanted to go for Bergie, he had him. Oh, Berg, he could have just grabbed you by the neck.
Than where I was standing. I'm just glad I was on the other side and I didn't have to get involved again.
Well, you do have to get involved today because it's true. What Chris said is true. Orel Hershiser freaking loves you. And by the way, I can hear how much you love him as a guy who grew up watching him play and seeing all of his success, and then having an opportunity to work with him, to be part of his car dealership, his store, just to be around Oral Hershiser. There is a love between you two guys. So going out there today, Trav, I mean, what a cool thing to have Bob Costas there, to have Dave Roberts, to have what an awesome event you're headed to this morning.
Yeah, I'm really blessed and lucky and fortunate, and it's a surreal moment, like you said, Cap, that one of the very first dates that my wife Susan and I went on together was the Game 7 of the NLCS in 1988, and we sat out in the right field bleachers, and that, of course, was when Oral was in the middle of that incredible season, and we got to watch him pitch that game and beat the Mets and advance to that World Series. We all know what happened after that. And, at this point, I'm a 17-year-old Dodger fan just sitting there going crazy, watching one of the great seasons of all time, watching one of the great performances of all time. And, not in your wildest dreams do you think that, fast forward 30-some years later, and you could call a person like that your friend. And that's what we've become. We've gotten to know each other pretty well over the last few years through Legends Attic, and they've always been incredibly gracious at including me in the things that they do, including today's ceremony. When I got invited to this, I can't tell you how touched I am. It really is one of those few times. I'm sure you guys both experienced this too, that we've all done this for a really long time, right? Like all three of us have been in this for a really long time, and you meet a lot of people, and it's still very fun and it's very exciting, but it becomes routine on some level to where you're just like, you're doing your job. And then there are moments where you kind of step back and say, wait a second, am I actually friends with Oral Hershiser? And it's bizarre and awesome and fun. And I'm incredibly excited to go up there. I try not to abuse the privilege of our friendship too much because it's still, he's the Cy Young Award-winning MVP of the World Series, and I'm some guy that talks on the radio, so it's still very bizarre to me. But yeah, Cap, I'm incredibly lucky, and I'm very, very fortunate to be able to call him a friend.
Listen,
I'm
Trav, Cappy would be texting him in during the games. Like he would
doubt.
literally be like, "Hey, Oral, I heard you say this.
Yeah.
What do you think of this angle?" He'd be like trying to feed him his thoughts in game.
Well, wait a second. I do that to you.
I know.
When George is calling a game, especially a college football game, I will literally be texting you during the game about things that I'm seeing. No doubt about it.
No,
I would
I
do
know.
the same thing to Oral.
Well,
there's no question. You would, but it's less intrusive with me, more intrusive with Oral.
Let me ask you, Sedano, do you respond?
Eventually, like I don't always look at my phone, but there'll be times like maybe the end of the quarter where I know we have a long commercial break where I'll look at it or whatever, or if we just we're going to break and like the game warrants it. Like I don't have any real preparation going into the next segment. Like I know what we're going to talk about. I'll glance at my phone, and occasionally I've seen it.
Well, and Cap, you may have inspired me. Now that I know that somebody might respond, maybe I'll start firing off some texts in the middle of innings. I don't know.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I'm not joking around when I tell you this, that there are certain guys that I consider myself friends with enough that I will text somebody during a broadcast. I mean, it is very, very common that I text Ian Eagle in-game broadcast, go to commercial break, boom, right away, response. Because it's probably just a habit. Like, hey, I need a break from the game, from calling the action. And like George says, I know where we're going in the next segment. So, I'm picking up my phone. So I don't think there's any problem, Travis. You have my full, I'm giving you every license in the world. You text Oral Hershiser in game.
Maybe I'll start with Steven Nelson and see how that goes, and then I'll work my way up to
he's a
Oral.
sweetheart, Steven Nelson.
He's the best. I'm a huge Steven Nelson fan. I don't know if he's going to be out there today. I know Joe is going to be out there. Bob Costas. I think Kershaw is going to be there. I think Koufax is going to be there.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be an incredible morning. I'm really looking forward to it.
Now Morales and Costas have a relationship. I'd be curious to hear if you approach Costas about Morales with that conversation.
I once booked Costas for Travis when we were in Houston.
No, I know.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I might give that a shot. I think that's more likely than me firing Oral a text in the middle of an inning. I think than me approaching Bob and saying, "Hey, Bob, we both know Chris Morales is a better play than, hey, Oral, what's going on right now in the middle of the eighth inning?" I don't know.
Why didn't we bring Bob on this morning, Christopher?
Because much like you don't bring Al Michaels on for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm not ready quite for Bob to do his.
Wait, you don't think Bob is ready for the summer of Schwanz?
That's the thing. Bob will do. No, he would love it. But
that's what I'm saying. The guy did basketball, for God's sake.
I gotta,
the movie with the South Park guy.
I got to brief him on it first, and I don't want to. That's going to be like a deep dive.
Yeah.
So, Christopher, telling me that you guys are talking about Schwanzes all summer.
Right, exactly.
Can you define Schwanz
exactly
for me? What exactly do you mean when you say Schwanz?
And then he'll probably pull a hook like, oh, you've really done well for yourself in life, Christopher.
Well, Trav, since we didn't have Bob Costas on this morning, you should walk up to Bob Costas today at this event, and you should get him on this afternoon.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I'm gonna get his number for you, Cap, so you can text him in the middle of the Olympics.
Oh, absolutely. I'll do it, man. No problem at all.
The great Travis Rogers. Now, I know Travis, Sweet T-Raj, he said we never have him on the morning show. We have it on today. So I want you to think about the morning show. The next time you're looking across from DeMarco during the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show, and he wipes his face for the 47th time by 3:50 p.m., think of us.
Is he sweating? What's happening there? Why is he wiping his face?
He's thinking.
Oh.
Would you call it a
I
wiping,
don't know.
though, Trav? I sort of see it as he kind of rests his head in his hand. He's got this formation that he does, and he kind of gets it in the same spot. I mean, do you think it's a wiping or do you think it's a resting situation?
I'll be honest. Like when the day that it came up in conversation, we were all talking about the things that we kind of lean on as little crutches, and apparently mine is, I say along the way a lot. I didn't know it. I had no idea that DeMarco wipes his face. I did know that he says, "Do you know what I mean?" a lot. That I had clocked, but that he is a face wiper. I still don't see it. I still have never noticed him wiping his face, but I will pay attention starting Monday. That's the next time we're doing the show together.
So he stopped ever since we brought it up. He has stopped rubbing his face. I think it was he thought about it and is no longer doing it. And you don't say along the way very much anymore. You stopped saying along the way.
I think you guys made it all up. I don't think I ever did it in the first place.
Oh, ask Emily. You said it.
By the way, today is Thursday on the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show. Thursdays are with Trudell on the afternoon show.
I think we need Travis Tuesdays around here. That's
fine.
what I would say.
I love Travis Tuesdays.
Let's do it.
I do. It's a great day to do it because, Trav, we'll be talking about the Rams. You'll have been up close and personal on Sundays, or maybe it's on a Monday. But I like Travis Tuesdays around here.
Yeah, let's do it. We need more Travis in our lives.
Let's do it.
Done. In.
But wait, one quick thing, though, Trav. If you do Travis Tuesdays on Sedano and Cap, that means you get a double dose of lit. And I see you as a guy who can barely handle one dose of lit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If he comes on the show, it doesn't matter what day he comes on this show, he's going to have to deal with Morales anyway.
I assumed that if I came on Travis Tuesdays, that would be like in exchange for no lit on my show.
Oh, that's good negotiation. That's a good negotiation.
That's pretty good.
Smart.
Enjoy the day in Hollywood today, Travis. We'll hear you at 3 o'clock on the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show with DeMarco. And today, little guy Trudell.
I mean,
not today.
Little guy.
Not today.
Oh, where's Trudell today? Oh, that's right. You guys are live from
Morongo.
Morongo. Oh, you got Marcus. Cappy's got that Star Wars brother today.
Oh, listen, I'm a huge Marcus Grant fan because, Trav, as you probably have heard by now, I have hired Marcus as my general manager of my ridiculously expensive fantasy football league.
He's got a ringer, Trav. He's hired a ringer.
Right, just wasting money.
What's his cut?
50-50. So I pay the entrance fee. Okay, I pay the entrance fee. I go to the draft in Arizona. I draft the team. I hand the team off to Marcus and say, now fix this roster.
Does he have any input on while you're drafting? Like, are you calling him? Are you talking to him during this process?
You know, I haven't thought about that part of it because the thing is that if I do that, George, then everybody is going to know that I've hired a ringer.
But you don't want people to know, is what you're saying.
Correct.
But what if you draft a crappy team?
Then I have Marcus make trades. Exactly. Then Marcus fixes the roster.
Yeah, but that's tougher to do, man.
You sound a lot like Artie Moreno, Cap. This is not, you don't have a bad team and then ask a general manager to fix it.
Yeah.
Well, I have bought a handheld fantasy football magazine, like literally handheld hard copy, old school.
Street
you know,
Smith?
Wait, hold on.
Baby. Let's go.
Wait, hold on.
If you're paying for the team, what do they care that you are asking for advice from somebody?
Well, they probably shouldn't care. They
Good
probably
point.
shouldn't care.
Right.
Yeah. Travis, I'm holding it right now. It's called the Fantasy Football Index. And by the way, listen to this. At the very, very top of the magazine, and I'm going to show this to you, George. Take a look at this. It says, cheaters always prosper.
I like it.
Cheaters always prosper. So you know what?
So go do it. That's a sign.
Screw it. I'm doing it. Marcus is my general manager. I'm paying the entry fee. If we win, whatever money we win, we split 50-50. Do you think that's a good deal?
No, and what you tell those people is, yeah, I got a partner because it's a little pricey.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to tell them. Yeah, I brought in a partner. It's a good idea, George. Thank you. Position by position cheat sheets.
There you go.
And sleeper picks.
Trav, thank you for joining us. We will talk to you on the next Travis Tuesday. How about that?
Excellent. Look forward to it.
Enjoy Hollywood today, Travis. Say hi to Costas for me.
Text.
See you guys.
Travis Rogers, you'll hear him this afternoon live from Morongo with Marcus Grant. Travis joins us on the Hard Rock Casino hotline. He's headed to Hollywood for the Bulldog, Oral Hershiser's star on the Walk of Fame today. I hold up another beautiful man's face, the great Jacob Emrani.
Do you think that Travis Tuesdays can be sponsored by the Tetons?
Maybe.
A lot of alliteration there.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Hey, look, Cappy, you know this, all right? You know how it is riding your bike around L.A.? You've seen, not you don't do it, but you've seen a lot of people do it, right? Commuting to work, riding through the neighborhood, hitting the bike lane on a beautiful Southern California morning, and then suddenly a driver opens his car door without looking, runs a red light, or simply doesn't see you, and you hear, bam! And your whole world changes in an instant, Cap.
No doubt. That's why I stopped riding my bike on the streets, man. I'm telling you, I rode the coast through Santa Monica and up to Malibu, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. A bicycle accident can sound minor until you're dealing with a long and painful recovery. You're missing work. A driver whose insurance company immediately starts building a case against you, and that's when you call Jacob Emrani. You're not dealing with that.
Yeah, you call them at 800-345-6789.
6789.
The team at Call Jacob Injury Attorneys fights for riders, and they'll take the time to investigate the scene, gather the evidence, and hold the responsible party fully accountable for what they took from you, Cap.
Now, you can get a free consultation. You get a no-obligation case review, and there is no fee unless we win. So don't stress money, okay? Before you let a driver's insurance company minimize your injuries and dismiss your claim, you talk to someone who knows exactly how much bicycle accident cases are worth and how to win them. That's why you call Jacob.
Yep, call them at 800-345-6789. Or you can visit calljacob.com. That's 800-345-6789. LAFC fans. Hey, LAFC.
Hey,
LAFC
come to BMO.
fans.
Yeah.
Come to BMO Stadium before Saturday's LAFC game between 3:30 and 7 for the LAFC Fan Fest. And get exclusive Call Jacob merch at the Call Jacob booth. See you there.
I love the Call Jacob merch.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's a Cosm Ticket Thursday, by the way. Here's another number to call. 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7 wins right now a 4-pack of GA tickets to watch Arsenal versus Coventry City at Cosm on Friday, August 21st at noon. Experience every goal, save, and big moment in Cosm's immersive shared reality environment. For more info and tickets, visit Cosm.com. Only with ESPN LA. Caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store, and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
Guys, Pizza Hut takes me back old school. Birthday parties, Little League, Friday nights, there was always something special about the Hut. Now, celebrate again with Pizza Hut's new throwback value menu. Iconic favorites like a personal pan pizza, breadsticks, and a 2-liter soda starting at just $4. Feed the family with the original stuffed crust pizza, $11.99 for a 1-topping medium. Try new additions like triple cheese, mac, and gooey s'mores sticks. Go to pizzahut.com or order now on the Pizza Hut app.
Being a sports fan in Los Angeles can be unpredictable. Your ice cream shouldn't be. For over 80 years, Thrifty has delivered the exact same legendary experience, right down to our signature cylindrical scoop. It's the brand this city was raised on, and the easiest call you'll make on game day. Skip the debate. Just grab the carton everyone already agrees on. Thrifty Ice Cream, a California classic. Available at most major retailers.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
The Circa Million Pro Football Challenge is back. The greatest football contest in the world, coming straight at you from the greatest sports destination in the world, Circa Las Vegas. A guaranteed $6 million is up for grabs, with a cool mill and the coveted blue jacket going to the winner. And hey, if you suck, no prob. Come in last and $100,000 is coming your way. It's $1,000 per entry, max 10 entries per person. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. Learn more at circasports.com. Circa Las Vegas, the time of your life.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Wild Fork, your neighborhood meat and seafood market.
Now, he's put on his captain's hat.
I am the captain. This is the captain's table. The captain sits at the captain's table.
Captain Condiment has the Yacht Rock all queued up.
Now.
8:54, good morning. I did put on my captain's hat, my Yachtly Crew captain's hat. These are our friends, Captain Yachtly Crew, singing, reeling in the years. We'll see them tomorrow night at the Sound in San Diego. We're getting ready for Burbank and Newport Beach next week. And then they just announced in December, Cappy, they'll be performing at the Wiltern on December 11th, and we will be there for their Christmas show, sucker.
Well, they're really excited about what they've got going on. They have been traveling around the world, just been on a crazy tour, and get a chance to come home to Southern California and head down to San Diego tonight, make it onto the local news channels tomorrow, and then we'll take them out to the track tomorrow afternoon, show them what's going on at Del Mar, and then tomorrow night right there at the Sound. Now, I don't know, 3,000 of their biggest fans in San Diego will jump in, and we're going to have a great time tomorrow night.
Not too shabby, Jack. It is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show coming up. Top of the hour, the Rich Eisen Show terrestrially on 7:10 a.m. on the all-new ESPN app. And we continue the digital hour. Dr. Kaplan will join us. Some of our friends from Miller Coors, too. Going to talk to Cappy about that ice-cold Coors Light. We continue on the ESPN app. Click the Sedano and Cap tile. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Enjoy a little bit of Yachtly Crew here.
Hi folks, it's Oral Hershiser, and I couldn't be prouder or more excited to introduce the new Oral Hershiser Chevrolet here in beautiful Chino. Chevrolet has been a part of America's story for over 100 years, built on grit, reliability, and doing things the right way. And that's exactly how we are going to earn your business at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. So come on in, say hello, and let us earn your trust. Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. Bulldog tough, Chevy strong.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. Your heart works hard for you every day. That's why taking care of it should be a year-round priority. Providence brings together some of the brightest minds in cardiac care, keeping you in the game with expert care, advanced treatments, and compassionate support right here in Southern California. Whether you're looking to be more active, make healthier choices, or stay on top of routine screenings, small steps can make a meaningful difference in your long-term health. Providence is here to support healthier hearts in every community. Learn more at providence.org/SoCalHeart.
You know, I've been in LA a long time, and when somebody asks me who to call after an accident, my answer is simple. Call attorney Big Al. That's my guy and my MVP for accident attorneys. Big Al's been helping people across California for over 15 years. And as an LA native and a huge sports fan, oh my God, can that guy go on hockey? Oh, he understands this community. If you're hurt in a car, truck, motorcycle, Uber, or Lyft accident, even if you're hit while walking or biking, you don't have to figure all this out on your own. I always tell people, call Big Al before you call the insurance company. He and his team will help guide you through the process, protect your rights, and fight for the compensation you may deserve. Big Al and his team are available 24/7. They never close. Consultations are free, and if there's no recovery, there's no fee. Just one call can make all the difference, my friend, so make sure you get this right. Call attorney Big Al right now. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Big Al's attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
Progressive presents perfectly bad excuses for missing stuff to spend more time on your ATV.
Hey, Wallace. Not going to the reunion after all. Think I got cursed. Keep, stubbing my toe.
Now that was a bad excuse. If you love your vehicle this much, get customized coverage from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Okay, it's real.
It's real?
Come on.
All right, stand by.
Wow.
Ramona Shelburne. The Los Angeles Lakers are being sold to American businessmen Josh Kushner and Bob Iger for a record-breaking price over $12 billion, multiple sources told ESPN.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show is on the air.
My point is that when you buy something like this, you would think that this is a long-term hold. This is a legacy franchise. I'm going to pass it down. Right. It's going to be in my family. You know, it's going to be with my company. It's such an unusual thing to have a transaction happen in this short of a period of time.
Yeah.
With a franchise of this magnitude, with a dollar figure of this magnitude.
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan, the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Hunter, what do you think of this guy? You like this guy?
What do you think about me? You you do? You like me?
Yeah,
I like you. I can tell you that.
He knows his stuff?
Pretty. Yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of shooting from the hip, but I mean, this is all deep here, deep in the brain, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
See, this is a smart kid right here. This guy, I'm good with this guy hunting. I am. We should go hunting.
Yeah. You can teach him?
No, I gotta get my license.
There you go. It's true.
And what do you want to do? Should we do bow and arrow or should we do
bow and arrow?
Yeah, is that what it's called? What is it called? Bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. What is it? What do they call that, Dad? Bow hunt.
Bow hunt.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks. You're the weirdo on the radio. Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
Bit boy.
Right now.
monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time. Oh, big time. So,
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, mongrels, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, indeed. Good morning. 9:02 and 50 seconds. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show begins the 9 a.m. hour on this Thursday, August 13th, 2026. Sedano and Cappy. Sedano is in South, and Cappy's in South-South on this Thursday morning, Cappy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, do your thing for the 9 a.m. hour. The 9 a.m. hour on YouTube, on the all-new ESPN LA app, always made possible by the great Jacob and Ronnie. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789, or call jacob.com. Now, Cappy.
Yo.
We know we always like to talk about ice-cold, refreshing Coors Light.
Had a bunch of them earlier this week.
Exactly, and I'm very excited because in 2027, Mark Cates has told me that they got Coors 0.0 coming out for people like me, are the sober brothers and sisters. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Now, your friends, Vince and Anna, are in studio here at LA Live from the Molson Coors Company. Now, Vince, is your last name Italian?
Yeah, it is actually.
How you pronounce it?
Yeah,
How you pronounce it, Vince?
for me, Vince.
Champa.
Champa. Oh,
Champa.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Champa.
I always tell people it's like chow.
Like chow, all
yeah,
right.
the CIA.
And then we got Anna in here. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning. How are you?
Beautiful. Now, how do we say your last name?
Barnard.
Barnard. Oh, that's easier than Champa.
Pretty easy, yes.
Vince, you like the prosciutto? You like prosciutto?
I do like prosciutto, yeah.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
All right. We like to get it imported, Cappy and I.
Yeah, we do.
Love that.
Yeah,
Look at the smiles on these two kids' faces right here.
Yeah,
Look
they're
at these two
excited.
guys.
They're smiling
They're
nice
like,
and
hey,
wide.
Right. They're like, hey, look, I got to go to work for Coors. I get to walk around talking about the great Coors Light, icy cold Coors Light, the mountains blue, or the refreshment. And then I get to get onto a radio station in L.A. on 710 in the morning. Look at the smiles on these two kids' faces, Christopher.
Now, Vince and Anna are the newest two members of the Southern California marketing team for Molson Coors. How's that make you feel, guys? You excited about that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah?
Pretty cool. Can't
It's
complain.
been awesome. Yeah, I love Southern California. I love Coors Light. And it's just great that we get to do things like this.
Beautiful. Now, Vince, I hear you're a UCLA guy.
I am. My family's divided, actually. My dad's side of the family is the USC side, and my mom's dad went to UCLA. So family divided, but I root for the Bruins personally.
Four's up.
Now,
We say that.
Four's up.
Four's up, baby.
So Gregory Arthur Bergman is here. He's a UCLA guy. I'm a USC guy. And then Cappy, we've made him a USC guy. But it's okay.
I go in between.
He does like to go in between once in a while.
Yeah. No, whoever's playing, really. But, yeah, or whoever's better. It's usually SC. But I like UCLA. I like the Bruins.
So are you two young people new to the Molson Coors team? Because you guys are part of the Commercial Development Exploration Program. And from what I understand, that's where we find young, up-and-coming, talented people, and we start fast-tracking them through the company. You guys seem pretty young. Are you relatively new to the company?
Yes, pretty new. We both just graduated from college, which is very exciting. I actually had an internship last year with Molson Coors, so I've had two extra months under my belt, but we're both relatively new, learning every day. Very excited to be here and, yeah, supporting an awesome beer brand.
Now, Anna, we know Vince went to UCLA. Where did you go?
I went to the University of Denver in Colorado.
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, really?
Beautiful.
Yeah, you big lacrosse fan?
I am, and hockey.
Oh, really? You see that? Those are the two big sports there at the University of Denver, lacrosse and hockey. Wow, okay. So are you a football fan? Because, Coors Light, we do a lot of activations with Coors Light and USC football.
Yes. Obviously, I love football, too. My little brother played football growing up, so I loved watching him play. But, yeah, I went to a UCLA game last year, and that was awesome. So I'm excited to get going with some activations and, promoting our products.
Awesome. Now, Vince, is that your hair like that naturally? Or you put product in that?
Yeah, it's natural.
Oh, really?
Wow. Wavy,
Good looking hair.
Yeah,
that's nice lettuce right there.
Yeah, you just wake up and it's like that.
Yeah, I wake
great
up like
payload,
this.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously.
I think
That
it's
is-
a combination of this and some like beach action.
All right.
You know, I went to the
beach
beach a lot.
action.
Yeah.
Cappy likes beach action,
I
too.
do. I
Beach
love beach
action's the
action.
best.
Water's been delish, man, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
how great has the water been?
Oh, so awesome.
So good. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get into it every day. I really am. I'm literally trying to get into the water every single day. I had lunch yesterday in Santa Monica, and I was like a block off the beach, and I'm like, because I'm now carrying, Vince, I'm carrying a towel and a bathing suit, some board shorts in the back of my car, because I'll go to the beach anywhere. I just want to get in the water all summer long. It's been that good.
Yeah, it's awesome. The water's great right now. The waves are great, and it's always beautiful in Southern California, so can't complain at all.
Awesome. Well, Vince and Anna, welcome to the Molson Coors family, and welcome to the ESPN LA family.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much
for joining us this morning.
See you guys around the summer. We got Angels games coming up. We got USC football games coming up. See both of you guys around.
Absolutely. Beautiful. And I look forward to that Coors 0.0, Cappy. All right,
Chris, can I just say one thing? You know how hard it is for me to look at these two kids in the studio? Now, I know a lot of people look at me, and they're like, Cap, what are you, like 35, 40 years old maybe? Even yesterday, George Hunter was in studio, and George says, what are you, like 50? I mean, you know what it is, how hard it is for me to look at these two young kids and think, my kids just graduated college. These are like, these could be my children right here.
Yes.
You understand that, Chris?
Literally, yes. You have 4 of them that are very similar ages.
The whole Michigash, you know?
Right.
And the Mishbuka, too.
Wow.
All right,
Look at these
Dr.
young
Robert
kids.
Clapper will join us in just a few minutes for his weekly visit on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show here
Now,
on a
do they know
Thursday.
what they're getting into with you guys, though, in these Coors activations? I feel like they didn't get really – they got a little bit of a taste.
Yeah, we
there,
didn't want
but-
to give them the whole thing. Let them be surprised when it comes to the activations.
But on the other hand, George, you know, you say, do they know what they're getting involved in with us? I mean, these are kids that are fresh out of college that are working for Molson Coors. You know, what are we getting into with these young people right here, you know? I'm not sure. I mean, these guys might be able to, you know, slam down an entire Coors Light. Me, I don't know if I got what it takes to do that anymore. Yeah. You know, maybe we'll shotgun a Coors Light together. You know how to shotgun, George?
Yeah, I have not shotgunned in a long time, but the what I would just say is it's just the combination of you. Morales on his own is one thing, but when you tag team with Morales and Cappy, I mean it could be interesting.
It could be indeed.
Get ready, Cappy.
Those are nice kids.
I can't wait for
We're gonna
Halloween
turn
with you. USC, Ohio State.
Oh, USC Ohio State.
Wait, you're not going to Keeneland?
Oh, he ain't going.
You know, I'm having this internal battle. Do I go watch my horse race at
I
the
got a
Breeders'
guy
Cup?
for you at Keeneland, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Or do I stay for USC Ohio State? USC Ohio State, I'm telling you right now, and again, you may be an Alabama fan, a Georgia fan, an SEC fan, a Michigan fan, a Big Ten fan. I'm telling you right now, I think Ohio State USC may be the highlight regular season college football game of the entire season. So I'm having I'll have a lot of FOMO.
It is certainly up there. To me, it's one of the more unique matchups that you're going to get. So I know people lament, and understandably so, the situation in college football where you don't necessarily always get the traditional rivalries you expect because of the changes that there have been in the landscape of college football. But you do get some of these unique matchups, which I think are certainly draws. Clearly, on television, the eyeballs are on them. So, and I think this will be one of those. I'm just curious to see where this airs, because it's not going to be on Fox, because they're not doing big noon. Like, they're not playing this game at 9 a.m. So it's got to be NBC or CBS, I would imagine. So you'd think they just do this like East Coast night game, NBC. Noah and Blackledge in there in the booth, you know, Catherine Tappan on the sideline.
What
time
time
you go?
Think? What time you thinking? East Coast. What are we thinking?
So
Maybe
I think
8
they
o'clock
do.
East
I'm
Coast
pretty sure
time?
there's is there 7:30 or I don't know. Yeah, so like 4:30, 5 o'clock, you know, Pacific time.
Chris, have you picked out your costume yet for Ohio State USC? I mean, it's Halloween. You got to dress up, right?
I don't know if I'm going to dress up.
No, you should.
I'll be in the USC gear.
No. Think about it. Do you have a Halloween costume in mind? And why would you have one in mind now other than
Well, you should
thinking
dress
about
up as a
USC, Ohio
Trojan.
State?
Like,
or
are you dropping
or the
stuff
horse?
Again? How is it that Bergie drops this water thing?
How do you
every day?
hear that? How do you hear that?
I
Honestly,
have good hearing.
It's ridiculous hearing.
Every day,
I caught it.
Bergie
I caught it.
Drops stuff back here. It's amazing.
Did you get it all over your computer
fumbling
again,
back
Bert?
there? What's going on?
I was trying to, there's the whole thing going with the Comrex. I was doing something. I hit the thing and it dropped. I caught it.
Did the water get all over your computer?
No,
again?
no.
It's
It's
dry it
closed.
out with
It
rice?
was closed. It was closed. See, it was closed. But it just, it's a big bottle. It's all it's in the way.
It is big.
Listen, we'll get the kid to drink some water, okay? I mean,
Right.
it's a win, all right?
But every
That's what
time
I'm
he
saying.
knocks it down.
Well, I put it right next to me so I can grab it at any moment. And when I reached forward to the mouse,
Well,
you hit it.
It's a big bottle, and you got little hands.
That's right. No, I don't got
little
hands.
Hansberg.
No,
Little Hansberg.
Wow.
No, he's got normal hands.
He does. They're normal.
Yeah, he's not like Trudell with those little baby hands flopping around.
Not like Dorian Thompson Robinson.
But Chris, back to Halloween night.
Yeah, you dress up
presumably,
as the horse. Cappy can be the Trojan. You can be the horse.
I haven't worn a costume since I wore a sailor costume. I want to say like 2013 maybe.
Or
Throw-
what,
let me
Cappy?
throw an
What else
idea
are
at
you
you,
going to be?
though.
One of you could be the Trojan. The other
horse.
could be the Buckeye.
No,
Bucky
I was
the
thinking
Buckeye
this.
or whatever they call him.
I was thinking that Chris should be for Halloween this year, and forget about the theme of USC Ohio State.
Oh.
I think Chris should go as the bun dad that he is, and you should get yourself a big old bunny costume, and you should be. And when people say to you, "What are you?" you tell them, "I'm Odie's dad." That's what you should be, a bun dad for Halloween. In fact, I'll even throw you one better. You ready? We'll both be bunnies for Halloween. And you can be my dad, and I'll be Odie the bunny. That's who we are for Halloween. What do you think about that?
I mean, I come on now. That doesn't do justice to Otis the bunny. You're not dressing up like Otis.
Just throwing
Speaking
out
of dressing up,
throwing out
Evan
an
Cohen
idea.
was hosting First Take today.
Yeah.
And I just texted him during the show.
Did he
And
hold
I
the
said-
microphone wrong?
No, I said, I think you should just go tieless next time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Kid just can't tie a tie properly.
Yeah. I like
It's
tieless.
like crooked. There's like a space between like where the collar closes and the tie. Like, just go tieless.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this week you have beaten up on Sua for the way he holds the mic.
Well,
and
but
now
it's the
you're-
second time his tie hasn't looked right.
Well, listen, I could say you're beating
He has
up
not
on the guy.
responded. He's definitely in his head about it now.
Oh, no.
I bet.
You know how he gets.
I bet he is.
By the way, Sua came in yesterday.
Mhm.
His golf outfit was incredible. He played Lakeside yesterday.
Okay.
So he stopped by here before, and he brought in Marquise Lee, the great USC Trojan, to meet us all, because Marquise is going to be part of the USC broadcast this year.
Okay.
And Marquise he's my new USC guy now.
Oh, wide receiver, yeah.
So are you going to be saying like, "Oh, Marquise"? Are you gonna be doing
Maybe.
that?
Him and I hugged it out a couple
M.
times.
Lee.
Yeah. So I don't know. Marquise is he liked my humor.
Did he?
Sua wanted me to give it to him on full blast, and I did. Within 30 seconds, I was talking about Sua's meat and his tattoos.
Yeah.
And Marquise was like, "Man, I like this guy." I was like, "All right, you're my kind of guy."
George, I'm just looking though. Like Dan Orlovsky, no tie. I think Evan should
Steve
go no
Smith,
tie.
no tie. Yeah.
There's no reason for a tie.
Yeah, but they played football.
So wait, because you didn't play football, you
Well, I
have
mean,
to wear a tie?
Evan played football in high school.
I listen, man. When I remember this is a long time ago now. I did First Take. The first few times I wore a tie, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have to wear a tie. I don't want to wear a tie, and I didn't. I just wore. I didn't go like Orlovsky, where he's got like 3 buttons down. You know what I'm saying? But like, you be comfortable. You're
I
gonna
would
be on
much
that
rather be
set for
comfortable.
2 hours.
Yeah. I'm not comfortable wearing a tie. I can't even remember the last time I wore a tie. I think it was at a wedding or something recently.
I got to wear them for games because that's just kind of the protocol. But but if it was up to me, I wouldn't.
I would
Why do
always
you think
say
I wear
to-
the turtleneck at least once or twice a year? Do I have to wear a tie?
Rock that turtle, buddy. In fact, you should put a tie on around the turtleneck. I mean, really
That
go
would be
crazy.
funny, actually.
That would be very good. God, I hated wearing a tie. I used to hate it when CBS would say, "Well, you got to wear the CBS jacket and the tie." I'm like, why?
The
Like,
CBS jacket thing is weird for me.
It is still. I know. Like, it's just like, why do I have to wear that?
Why can't I just wear like something cooler?
And by the way, why can't I wear sunglasses? It's freaking blaring. The sun is just killing me down here on the field. What's the problem with sunglasses? We want to see your eyes. Why? Who cares?
Well, I get that. You don't see a lot of sideline reporters with glasses on.
I know, but I was watching the NFL Network yesterday, and like one guy is there at training camp. He's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, that's
the
a
other
little more
guy's not.
casual at
Yeah,
training camp
that's
than an
training
actual
camp.
game.
Yeah.
I get the no
on.
glasses, but I mean the CBS coat and like with the CBS logo, like enough. Like this,
Well, I mean, I liked it at first because it was like, wow, look at this, network television. Ooh, wow. The other part of it was like, hey, I'm wearing the same jacket that Jim Nance is wearing. Hello, friends. Nice jacket. And of course, I think back to the old school. of Fast Times at Ridgemont High when Jeff Spicoli says to Stu, he goes, "Where'd you get this jacket?" He says, "Well, the network gave it to me." I mean, the network gave me the jacket. I liked it. I must have like 5 or 6 of those things around.
You should wear that on Halloween.
I should go as Jim Nance.
Yeah. 9:16 on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Now, coming up on August...
Just don't go as Tony Romo.
Yeah, really.
Coming up on August 28th is the ESPN LA Golf Classic, presented by our friends at SoCal Hyundai, again at Black Gold Golf Club. And it's already sold out.
Oh,
but
really?
we have 3 single spots open, and you know how you win them?
What about, I won't be there, so can someone take my spot?
Well, you don't play golf.
Oh.
When have you ever played golf at the ESPN?
No,
Golf
I'm
Club?
just saying, I just thought you meant in general, people like space for people just observing.
No. And so
There's no galleries, George.
Yeah, we have 3 spots to play in the ESPN LA Golf Classic. Here's how you can win them. You got to be listening Saturday morning at 7 a.m. to the Weekend Warrior Show, presented by Cedars-Sinai, because Dr. Clapper has a foursome, and he's got 3 spots to give away, so you could be out there on Friday, August 28th, spanking Whitey with Dr. Clapper.
Listen to the clap.
And he joins us now for his weekly visit. Good morning, Dr. Clapper. By the way, Saturday morning we got a live show. Clapper and I will be here doing a live show as Dr. Clapper not only gives away those golf spots, he also talks about gravity, right, Doc?
Yeah, that's right, Chris. My guest is one of the smartest people at Cedars-Sinai. He's in charge of artificial intelligence in the world of medicine, and he wrote a book all about gravity in medicine, and he's going to be my guest. So I'm going to talk all about gravity in sports, in art. It's going to be a great show, and we'll give away those 3 tickets.
Hey, Doc.
You should use the song from John Mayer, Gravity. You should use that on
That's
Saturday.
right. He's one of the 5 songs we're going to play. Good job, Cappy.
Thank you.
Doc, we were talking earlier about Shohei Ohtani's knee. And it was a perfect day for you to come on because we wanted to discuss this with you. So tell us what you think of this. Cappy was watching Shohei in this rundown yesterday, going back and forth, and he's like, "Hey, his knee looks fine."
It's not just
and he's
that.
like, why can't he pitch? And
It's
I'm
not
like,
just that. It's running first to third, full speed. I mean, I just don't see anything at all, Doc. And I'm just evaluating on TV. But I just don't see anything that makes me think that his knee is hurt.
Okay, and then I said, well, I would imagine the torque and contortion of the body and the knee specifically.
By the way, George, we got to interrupt for a second.
Yeah.
Have you heard Cappy?
I'm choking over here. I am choking over here. No, I am. I am literally Doc, help me.
For the last
help
minute.
me, Dr. Clapper.
Give him the Heimlich.
Help me,
Clapper.
Dr. Clapper. I'm choking over here. Good God, man.
Get one of your children that you paid all that money to send them to school for to help you with the Heimlich.
Yeah, my God. I just choked
Get
my
a
brains
nice
out.
big glass of water.
Yeah,
Got
there
one
you
right
go.
here.
That'll work too.
Yeah.
So, Doc, my thing is, pitching, different body motions, contortions, twists, turns, torque. So it to me, it doesn't seem like the same thing, running the bases than doing that. What do you think? You're the expert.
Well, you are an AAD, George. I knighted you like the Queen of England. You're also a doctor, so you're allowed to have an opinion, and you deal in sports. This is your livelihood, so you're exactly right. The location is what matters. What do we know about Ohtani? We know that in 2019, he was born with an extra piece for his patella, his kneecap. It's called a bipartite patella, and it was bothering him, so it was removed. But we now know he's getting persistent swelling, and it only seems to be bothering him as that left knee comes down the pitcher's mound. So it's just like, look at your arm, your hand, see if you can find a freckle. It's a discoloration in your skin. It's really no big deal. But there are patients who have a freckle on the lens of their eye. And guess what? They're blind. Yeah. Location in medicine is key. So he probably has a rough spot, a blister, for want of a better term, in one little area on the back of his kneecap. And when he hits that mound after he throws the pitch, it must make contact. It's called a kissing lesion because the patella meets the femur in just that spot, and it's irritated and gets swollen. And that's what's going on. He can run okay, but he can't pitch.
I'm just skeptical. That's all I'm saying. I'm not. I too have been knighted AAD, so I have an opinion. And when I see a guy run as well as Ohtani runs, and by the way, slide into second base, feet first, slide home, I just think to myself that if I were the Dodgers, I would want a competitive advantage. I would know that, yeah, maybe there's some swelling in his knee. That's possible. I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying that we've also heard about a bicep thing that's been bothering him. And I would take a guess that you'd report that the reason he's not pitching is because of his knee, because you don't want people to know that maybe it's really because of his arm. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Does that seem crazy?
Well, I think Oswald still is the guy who killed Kennedy, but a lot of people don't believe that.
Okay. All right, Doc. Well, I'm just giving you an opinion. That's all. That's all. It's only an opinion.
Well, we're all entitled, but it does make sense. I'll see patients, Cappy, for example, who tell me my knee only hurts when I wear flat sandals. It doesn't hurt when I wear a heel. My knee hurts when I sit in my wife's car, but when I drive my car, the car is different. I don't have the same pain. These are such subtle changes in the angle of attack that you get inflammation in one case and you don't feel it at all in the other. And I think that's what's going on.
All right.
Doc, what do you make of Edwin Diaz's return? It's been a little shaky, understandably so. It's been a long time. What do you make of his possibility of regaining his form?
The key is how many loose bodies were removed from his elbow. In the case of Tariq Skubal, it was, as they said, a single lima bean. That's one pearl in the oyster, one little pebble. But when you talk about multiple loose bodies, that's a whole different story. That means there's multiple areas where they came from, and that means it's going to take longer and may not have the same success as removing just a single loose body. The elbow, very hard to come back from because of all the mechanics of the muscles around it. But I think we need to wait and see before we get nervous.
So you mentioned Diaz having the loose bodies, and Skubal, same thing earlier in the year, obviously different organization. I don't know what to make of his first two starts. I mean, I expected a back-to-back Cy Young Award winner to go out and do what Blake Snell did, which is have 10 strikeouts. We haven't seen that yet from Skubal. Could he possibly be feeling the effects of this minor surgery from earlier in the season?
Yes, absolutely. Because the success of the surgery is clear. It doesn't get any easier than looking at the X-ray, looking at the MRI, and seeing the pebble, the rock, the loose body that's in there, and now you take a picture and it's not there anymore. It's very easy to say surgery is a success. But while it's been rattling around in the joint, irritating the joint, that you're not really fixing, and that takes time to kind of unwind.
Yeah, and you also always talk about, coming back from these kinds of injuries, Doc. The surgery can be successful, but what does it really mean to the mind of the player? And I think from a Skubal perspective, you leave an organization where every time you go out there, they think you need to be perfect, and you come to the Dodgers and you haven't gotten that out of your mind yet. Like, I actually don't have to be perfect because I got a whole bunch of guys that have won 2 World Series right behind me. So I don't know if it's the effect of the surgery or if it's the mind, if it's the difference of team and circumstance, but we haven't seen the best yet of Tariq Skubal.
I agree with you 100%. It's a big emotional issue beyond just his elbow, no doubt. But I will say this. He came here. He came to Los Angeles to have his surgery. He didn't have this before they made the trade.
Oh.
So he appreciates the fact that he was taken care of here, and mentally that means a lot because that's where they'll come if they need their loose bodies removed. They're coming to Los Angeles.
The great Dr. Robert Clapper, Saturday morning, will be live at 7 a.m. thanks to Cedars-Sinai. And I'll be coming off an all-night hang with Cappy in South in San Diego. So I'll be getting in just so it should be fun.
Oh, Doc, you got to hear this. Doc, Yachtly Crew is playing in San Diego at Del Mar on Friday. I know that Chris is as big a Yachtly Crew fan as there is, so I said, why don't you come down? He's trying to figure out how do I get done and then get back for the 7 a.m. show, the Weekend Warrior show. So, Chris, have you figured out, are you leaving after the concert?
We're trying to figure it out. Either we'll leave right after or a car will pick us up at Cappy's house at like 4 a.m.
There's a helicopter pad on the top of the JW Marriott. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I don't do helicopters.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But, Doc, I'll see you Saturday morning, and we'll give away those 3
Can't
spots
wait.
in your foursome.
We love you, Doc.
All right? Take care, Doc.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
All right.
Are you playing in this tournament, yes or no?
I am
Chris
not.
Morales?
I have to. I'm on the air all day, and I do all the sponsor stuff. So no.
Yeah.
Is Chick-fil-A going to be a sponsor this year? Because they got this new chicken waffle sandwich that looks delicious.
No, I do think that Pizza Hut's going to be.
Okay, Pizza Hut. I hope they bring that flat crust pizza with the pesto all
that's
over it.
good
and chicken.
too. Yeah.
Do I get to play in the tournament this year?
No, you have
Why
to do
not?
the morning show.
Right, but what time do we tee off?
You're not teeing off. There's no spots for you.
What time does the tournament tee off?
I think 10 a.m.
So what? Can't I just get off the air and then go play with the group?
What do you mean? What?
Why
Oh,
can't
wait a
he
second.
play?
Wait,
'Cause
I have a
there's
better
no-
idea.
We literally have no spots.
All right, great. I have a better idea. Let me ask if this is okay. Can I have my own card at Black Gold?
Yeah.
And I'll go hole to hole to hole, and I'll play with every single group in the entire tournament.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
there
can
you
do
go.
that. You can do that.
Okay. Like to do that.
Yeah, let's get creative around here.
Hey, let me go around with you, Cappy. Me and you.
Yeah.
We'll just
Oh,
go around
Berg.
the cart.
Berg, I've been working on my game a little bit.
Ooh, I like it.
You know? Yeah, I've been out at the range. Yeah, I've been working on my game.
Let's go play some golf this weekend, Cappy.
This weekend, let's see here. This weekend. Well,
How about September 2nd?
September 2nd sounds like a good date for me. You're a bad guy. You know that?
No,
You are
my
a
friend.
bad guy.
You're the bad guy.
I am a
Cappy,
bad guy.
Cappy, aren't you off September 2nd?
I am.
Yeah.
But I made a commitment.
He made a commitment to a
Yeah.
partner.
Yeah.
And now that is going to be a bit of a wrinkle.
You always tangle yourself up in
And
these
here's
webs,
the thing.
man.
If this was just a few weeks ago, I would have said I could cover you on September 2nd, but my Cleveland trip, I will be in Cleveland on September 2nd.
Oh,
Okay?
Cappy.
Guess who's going to cover for me?
Who?
Bergie.
Yeah. Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, you're going to
Oh,
cover for me. I cover for you. Come on.
Cappy, you know who
You
could-
do?
Why don't you ask your guy Brody? Now that he's retired, maybe Brody can cover for you.
You know, that's not a bad idea. Russell Westbrook decides to retire. I guess you retire when you find out that nobody wants you anymore.
Well, no, the Kings and Wizards wanted him, but he's like, I'd rather not do that.
Right. Why do I want to play for the Kings or the Wizards?
I've already
If I
done
wanna-
that. I don't want
Right.
to do that again.
If I want to get a run, I'll go to the YMCA. You know? I mean, there's a 24-hour fitness with a basketball court. I can go play there. Chances are he's got his own basketball court at his house. You don't need to go play for those guys for, like, no money, at least in his world, no money, and no chance of winning. So, when 28 other teams are like, hey, we don't want you, kind of says, maybe it's time for me to retire.
I will say this, though. If you really look back at his career, it was an incredible career. He was not supposed to be this by any stretch of the imagination.
Russell
he was-
Westbrook had an amazing career. No doubt.
When he got drafted that high, people were like, wait, what? Who? What? How? Like, there was a lot of that. And he was as athletic a player as I've ever seen play the game of basketball.
And for as much as we all looked at him as kind of a guy who's kind of got an attitude issue, at least I did, and I think we have kind of a negative taste about Russell Westbrook, at least because of his time with the Lakers. The fact of the matter is that off the floor, Russell Westbrook seems to be a hell of a great guy.
Oh, my God, yeah. The stuff
Right?
he's done off the court is, as impressive as anyone's resume.
Right. He considers himself a part of the community, and therefore, with his wealth and his fame and his entrepreneurial spirit, he wants to see, how his platform can help other people. And you know what? I applaud Russell Westbrook for that. I think he gets a lot of heat for being kind of a diva on the floor or in a locker room, but I feel like off the floor, he's about as sweet a guy and about as good of a community guy as I think there is out there. I mean, it's just a perception, but I mean, it just seems like he's constantly doing things that help other people.
No, it's not a perception. It's a real thing. And,
Yeah.
And look, I'll tell you this. Oklahoma City, Russell Westbrook was as impressive as any player we've ever seen. Like, just the way he played like every play mattered. I think that as he got older and his skill set, his athleticism eroded a little bit, and his lack of shooting, particularly, came into play. As the game evolved too, like I think that changed the dynamics for him some. But at the peak of his powers, he was as good as and impactful as any player on the floor.
But again, I just go back to his time with the Lakers, and I see the night that LeBron broke the all-time scoring record by Kareem. I see the night that LeBron was there, and he broke that record against Oklahoma City, a game that the Lakers lost. And I can remember Anthony Davis sitting on the bench, moping. And I can remember Russell Westbrook, not really being a part of the congratulations.
Well, he got into an argument
moment.
with Darvin Ham on the way to the locker room. Right. It was,
And so it became he seemed to be a very selfish player, particularly when he was with the Lakers, because he never seemed to really understand that as great as you were in other places, you have just joined LeBron and AD's team at the time. So you have to be willing to play your role, which I just don't think Russell Westbrook could ever handle that from an ego perspective. That, wait, I've already earned everything I've done in other places, and I've brought it all here, and everybody here went, yeah, we know how great you've been, but you're a guy on their team now, so play the role. And he just never seemed to be able to do that. And that, my perception was because his ego got in the way. But as much as I kind of beat up on Brody on the floor with the Lakers, I got to say off the floor, he's a hell of a good guy, or so it seems.
Unlike you.
Yeah, me, I'm just a bad guy.
9:33 on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. You know what we do for the 9:30 segment? And we got a surprise today. But first, we like to play a TV thing.
Oh, yeah.
Cappy.
Yeah.
This is the theme to the Partridge Family.
Oh.
Because today, Danny Bonaducci he turned 66. We should ride around on a family bus. Not a short bus, but a regular bus. Although for us, it could be a short bus. That's okay.
Is Danny Bonaducci still like all juiced up, like looking lean and mean?
I mean, I haven't seen him in a while, but that kid's yoked.
Yeah.
Because he was a little guy, so then he was one of those guys who was like, I'm going to get all yoked up and do radio, man. Thanks to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring that brings us the 9:30 segment. Summer's here before your next barbecue or family gathering. Upgrade those old floors with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net or the showroom next to the Commerce Casino. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, no sale beats wholesale. Well, we complimented the one and only producer, Emily, as she is the most knowledgeable Rams fan and person here at ESPN LA.
She's the reason to listen to the midday show.
Well, there you go.
Come on.
She was the reason.
No,
to
you
listen to the
are.
Rams
I'm not
reveal.
even joking.
And
I've heard all the same Mason and Ireland stories over a decade. I know what they're going to say before they say it. I'm always on. This is absolutely no joke. Like, I am listening because I feel like you bring a fresh perspective to the show.
Oh, thank you, Sedano.
Now, producer Emily for the Emily segment here on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Good morning, Emily.
Hi, guys. What I think is funny is, so I came into the studio to be here, and I think Michael left up what he wanted to watch yesterday when he was in on our show, which was old Westerns are just on the TV at all times. So that is the taste of the Mason Island show.
Was it Gunsmoke?
Going, huh?
I don't know what it is. It's a bunch of old people in a tent.
Michael sends me YouTube clips of like Sanford and Son and like the Jeffersons all the time.
Love it.
He
I
is
gave you
watching
5
like
of these right
all,
outside your lip, dummy.
all those old shows at all times of the day, it feels like.
Yeah, and he's like, we couldn't make this anymore. And then,
Right.
just watch It's Always Sunny. Just watch It's Always Sunny and things can be made still today. But anyway, why'd you guys have me in today?
We were talking about the Rams, and Cappy was talking about
Cappy
when you
said
guys.
you and him had a disagreement the other day.
We did.
He may be right, which I think you can clip that and you can say that. But the disagreement came when we talked about, is it in reference to who's going to be the quarterback in the preseason?
No, it was more about how you and I didn't see the results the same way. How I said that if the Rams do not win the Super Bowl, it will be a massive disappointment and it will be a failure. And you said, no, there's circumstances, and so I said, well, Em, I think you're kind of being a little soft. I think you got to demand greatness. And that's where this all stemmed from.
I do think that, LA, as we've seen with all these teams, demands greatness out of their teams. When you go all in, you expect that the all in, reaps a reward of some sort. But I would argue to say that I don't think last year was a failure. I think last year you could be upset and disappointed with the result. But to be able to get to the NFC Championship game, I think is something that you have to be able to celebrate. They were in the Final Four. Well, I know that they should have won, probably. They had the talent to win, probably. And if they got to the Super Bowl, they definitely would have beat the Patriots. But I think to, view sports in this binary of success or failure, I think robs you of joy and robs you of the ability to see the forest through the trees. And I think that, there's ways in which you can be disappointed. Like, obviously, I, along with all Rams fans last year, were disappointed in the results of the NFC Championship game. But you can't look at every game that they won last year, all the exciting moments, and say, oh, that doesn't matter just because they didn't win the Super Bowl. I think it does matter. I think it does matter.
I think that
hold on.
Can
I jump in here real quick, Cap? Because that was an incredibly nuanced position for her to take. You are the binary guy.
That's right.
It's
I don't even
very
know what
black
that means.
or white for you on most things.
I don't know what binary means, but I'm good with it.
But what I would add to this is she's also right in this regard. If you look at this historically, okay, and ESPN just did a story on this. I think it was Bill Barnwell. Did a story on this last week where if you look at these quote-unquote super teams, right, these teams that get assembled in the NFL with all these stars on it, it's very rare that these teams actually win. Berg, I think we had noted out of like nearly 20 teams, only 2 had actually won, right?
Yep, 2.
So it just, because of the nature of one game and not a series like in other sports, the oblong-shaped odd football that takes funny bounces, like there's just so many factors, right? Weather plays a factor unlike other sports. Like there's just so many things that go into this that aren't necessarily related to execution per se, but do hinder execution, that to Emily's point, it could be right. Now, I get it. What you're saying is that you do all these things, and if you don't win, it's going to feel like a failure. And yeah, it should, the finality, the thud of it should feel like a failure, but it doesn't mean there probably weren't awesome moments leading up to that.
I think there's a difference between disappointment and failure.
Well, but Emily, let me give you what I was really thinking, though, is that what you said about last year's team is fair, right? They had a great season. They made it to the NFC Championship game. They found themselves on the road in Seattle, which is one of the tougher places to play in the entire NFL. So forces then started to work against them. And really, in the end, one of the biggest letdowns of the entire year last year is that the Rams special teams, and it's not just one part of it. Field goal kicking, problem. Punt coverage, problem. Punt return, problem. I mean,
it was all of it.
It wasn't one part of the special teams. It was all of the special teams, and it showed its head again
and the thing
in the
too,
NFC
that was,
Championship game.
I'm sorry to cut you off. The thing too is that we've known that's been an issue for years. They didn't fix. They had an issue with their special teams coordinator that they refused to either let go of him or change it. It was not just last season; it was the season before as well, and it felt like it was a blind spot. So it's funny because for a long time, the blind spot for the Rams was their backup quarterback, with Jared Goff and then into Matthew Stafford. They didn't value their backup quarterback, and it bit them in the butt in that 5-12 season when they had to have somebody play besides Matthew Stafford. And then they valued the backup quarterback with Jimmy Garoppolo until this most recent season. I think the issue then comes when we have the special teams discussion is they, for a long time, refused or didn't want to fix their big problem until it got so big they couldn't ignore it. And that's how they changed it this year. And then obviously, hopefully that works out in the favor that they did get Bubba Ventrone. They got they had the same kicker with Harrison Mevis, and they had the same punter. But hopefully they're valuing those, the special teams area more than they had previously. And that's what, is the margins when you come to the postseason, when you're playing great teams. It's not just, it might be, your corner, one player. It might be your special teams. But I think that it's hard to sometimes know where that issue is going to come in.
Okay, but here's my point. Last year, I was certainly very disappointed, and I thought that they had the team to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Sean McVay thought the same thing. Yeah. I'm sure everybody here thought the same thing as well. But they unfortunately slipped up as the latter part of the season went on.
Yeah.
You lost that game in Seattle in the regular season.
Lost
it was
that game
two.
Against the Falcons, which was
Falcons?
a really
that was
weird
the one.
Also, check me on this. Didn't they also lose to the Carolina Panthers?
They did. And that was on. I can't remember if the block punt was in the playoff game or if it was in the regular season game, but I do know that the Panthers had like a last-second drive, and they let it's funny because their quarterback for the Panthers only looks good against the Rams for some reason, but then they can't beat, the Saints in week 12. But anyway, go on, Captain.
So here's my point. Going into this year, I look at last year as a gigantic disappointment. My point to you, Em, was if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, when you've fixed the special teams coach situation, when you have added Myles Garrett, something that is a massive upgrade over Jared Verse, and Jared Verse was an up-and-comer, but Myles Garrett is an established superstar. When you've added to the secondary, which was maybe your biggest hole, and you didn't do it with a rookie that you drafted, you went out and you got yourself an all-pro, and you added depth to the secondary.
Yeah.
And now on the verge of getting Aaron Donald back. When you think about last year's team versus this year's team, my expectation is that this year's team should be significantly better. It doesn't mean other teams around the league haven't gotten better as well.
Yeah, but I don't want to be I don't want to be putting excuses out there already, but they will travel the second most miles of any team go this season because they're going to Australia. They're going to try this strange method that they hope works for that first game. But we've seen from, Clayton Kershaw going all the way to Australia that it could mess up your back in a way that you don't anticipate. So that travel is going to add. They have one of the hardest schedules in the NFL of anybody this season. And so I feel like I'm giving excuses for a thing that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
But
And I'm saying to you that if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, this roster, this organization will look at this season as a massive failure. That's how I
It's not a failure, Eric.
And our disagreement, George, me and Emily, is that Emily, I felt like, she's more compassionate to some other issues, external issues.
She's being reasonable.
No,
but sports are not reasonable necessarily.
Yeah,
sports are a binary. You have winners and losers, and you have nothing else in between.
This word binary has been used a lot, and I'm telling you, I got to look it up. Binary.
Okay. BINARY.
Yeah.
Binary is a base 2 number system that uses only 2 digits. Okay. That
right.
doesn't sound
So
like
it's one or the other. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So what were you going to say?
Cappy, ultimately, it probably will be looked at it that way, at least in the immediacy of it, and it'll feel like a lost opportunity. But I do think the context matters. Like, to Emily's point, what happens? Does somebody important get an injury? Is Matthew Stafford hurt, right? Like, how does all this unfold? And I think a lot of that will tell the story of whether it's a true disappointment or if it's a failure.
Completely fair point.
And I think,
things like
the coaches have to find more than just success and failure out of teams, too. So, like, they have to, because if it's success and failure, that honestly gives them a way out of, like, if it's a failure, you wipe away the season and you move on. I think that you have to be able to get into it and understand why it was a failure, which I know the Rams definitely did after last season.
Now, listen, I'm with you because I do think – now, a lot of that is expectations create a lot of this, clearly, right? And the Rams' expectations are they need to be the team to beat, right? I'll give you the flip side of this. Last year, and Cappy, I feel like you and I agreed on this with the Lakers, right? We didn't think they were going to beat Houston. Then LeBron has this incredible series. A bunch of guys play above their heads, and they beat Houston. And it was fun, right? And even though the Lakers are generally championship or bust, everyone knew they weren't winning a championship last year, especially once Luka and Austin were out. And, I know Austin came back a little bit towards the end there. But I do think there are levels to this, to Emily's point.
Would the Thunder think their season was a failure?
I would think so.
What do you
think so?
No, I don't. I mean, I feel like I know
the MVP
Mark,
on their season. They had a great, how many wins did they have? Do you know off the top of your head, Sedano?
I mean, they had close to 70, like upper 60s. So I would say this, knowing Mark Daigneault a little bit and knowing Sam Presti a little bit, I feel like Sam is, a maniac in a good way. Like, he probably looks at it as, gosh, we had such crappy luck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it probably drives him nuts. Whereas Mark is more kind of like relaxed about that. Just like, hey, man, we busted our ass. We did everything we could. We were in a game 7. We had a chance. They were better than us. We had some bad luck. So be it. Them's be the breaks. Like, I feel like that's kind of the way that organization probably looked at that situation.
I don't think Sean McVay looked at it last year like that. I mean, listen, maybe he did after a couple of weeks or a couple of months. But Sean McVay, when that season ended last year in Seattle in the NFC Championship game, what really destroyed him, and again, he's climbed out of it, but I'm sure he had I'm sure he was taken down a spiral of thinking to himself, we had the team.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's not just the loss in the NFC Championship game. It's what got us to play the NFC Championship game in Seattle in the first place. It was that loss to Atlanta. It was that loss to Carolina. It was playing against teams that you were significantly better than, and you knew you were better than, and you had a mental lapse or a hiccup or a play here or there, and you were much better than those teams, and you let those teams take you off track from having home field advantage. And that's really one of the big keys for the Rams going into this season is presuming everybody's going to be healthy. Let's say Stafford stays healthy. Let's say Myles Garrett stays healthy. Let's say Trent McDuffie stays healthy. Everybody's healthy. You have to have home field advantage because you learned the hard way last year that home field advantage is critical in getting to the Super Bowl, and it hurt you desperately losing in Atlanta, losing in Carolina, and then losing twice on the road in Seattle. Those were the games that killed you last year and was the difference between going and winning the Super Bowl and not making it.
I have another way to take this. Do you guys hear this? Do you guys talk about the story with Puka and the white party that happened?
No.
Apparently on the Logan Paul podcast, Puka Nacua was on the Logan Paul's podcast, which is funny because Puka finally broke his, I'm not going to be on podcast thing. So he apparently ran into a window, like a door, like a glass door.
Oh, I mean, I've seen that happen all the time.
It was just funny the way he was describing it, and that he was very excited. He was talking to Sudi Lee, she's an American gymnast, and then she was trying to get Devontae Adams and just ran into a door. Like, there are things that could happen this season where Puka runs into a glass door, and then we don't have him for a couple weeks in the season. So
that happened to Mina Kimes at the Dan Le Batard wedding. Actually.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
That is terrible.
I still give her grief about it to this day. She looked around like nobody saw her, and I saw her, and I was like, "Oh."
That's just like the shameful look around. It's like, did everybody see that? Like that's what happened to Mace. I mean, I was meeting with him last week, and he hurt himself in here. He tried to scoot across the trash can and fell out of his chair, and then injured himself. So I hope Spain's going well.
He fell out of his chair. He's in Spain now?
Yeah, he was there for the eclipse last night. Did you guys hear about this European eclipse?
I did see this, yeah.
Yeah, so he was there for the eclipse. He had moved his Spain trip from July to now because he didn't get his passport in time. It was stuck in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Then had to move to now. Anyway, long story, he's in Spain right now for 10 days or something.
Where in Spain, do we know?
So he's doing, I think, Madrid, Barcelona, and then he's also doing a little bit of Amsterdam at the end of the
really?
night.
Well,
so I know that's not in Spain.
Amsterdam. I was just in Barcelona.
He also said the other day he's going to run 2-a-days with Juan.
Oh, is that right?
Because it's a very romantic place.
Yeah, no, he's running on the streets of Spain twice a day, right, Chris? Yes, he's doing drills, getting ready for the football season.
Now, Emily, Blue Eyes Vodka brings us the Bergie's Three Things at 7:30 each day. So the Tetons come up.
Yes.
And I always say, Emily showed me a picture of the Tetons. And because we're trying to explain to Cappy what the Tetons are.
Yes, it's a mountain range.
Are they binary?
And there's more than two of them. So they're
well, they're either mountains or they're not. So that part of it could be
They
binary.
are mountains.
Yeah.
They're a mountain range in Wyoming. And it's funny because it's the one place. So I went there for my friend's wedding. My friend got married, and the backdrop was the Tetons. And it's the only airport that you land in a national park because you land in the Grand Teton National Park. But I talked to Chris about this. I don't know if he brought it up on your show. I don't listen to every single second. But the French called it the Tetons because of what they look like.
Right.
So that's what they're named
Because they look like Tetons?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, Cappy, we got it.
I don't know what you mean. I'm confused.
I thought this is where you would do the quack quack and everything like that.
No, because it's the digital hour.
No, the digital hour is choir, quack quack. There's no
those
children
little
watching.
sleazeball kids are in school already.
Gotcha.
Well, Emily, I've been saying it in imaging that you are the most knowledgeable Rams person here.
I would disagree. I think DeMarco's more knowledgeable than me.
Yeah, but
and Travis.
he doesn't remember most of it,
Okay.
so it's okay. But you're amazing. We'll have you on more and more and more.
Sure.
And I'm very much looking forward to. I know you and Travis are really excited of me being part of Rams postgame every week now.
We're stoked
this season. But producer Emily's going to be in the imaging now.
Okay.
Because and it starts Saturday.
Yeah.
No, by the way,
you're in the imaging
my
for pre and
brother-in-law's
post.
listening. They're moving near the Tetons.
Really?
It's a wonderful place to live. A very expensive place to live.
It is?
But a wonderful place to live. My friend loves
Well,
it.
you got to. It depends on which side of the Tetons.
Right,
If you
she
live
lives in
on
Jackson
the
Hole in
east
Wyoming.
side of the Tetons, it's more expensive because that's where Jackson and Jackson Hole.
Yeah, so
and that
he's
whole
moving
area.
to Wyoming.
He's on the west side of yeah.
Oh, the west side of Wyoming is where Jackson is. And if it goes to Idaho, it's a little cheaper.
Yeah.
But
Cappy, we
Blue
should go
Eyes
to
Jackson
Vodka.
Hole.
Yeah, exactly. Cappy, we should go to Jackson Hole sometime.
I would love. I've never been to Jackson Hole.
Jackson Hole is a pricey town.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
But it is like the most beautiful place I have been in the United States. It is like
very
just
pretty.
absolutely jaw-droppingly gorgeous, especially if you go in like the summer, has long nights where you have the sun. My flight was delayed, so I didn't get to see it, but there's a concert venue on top of a mountain where you look out and you see the Tetons, and I really wanted to see a concert there, but my flight was delayed out of LAX. But it is, if you have the chance to go, save up your pennies and go, and then go to the $1 Million Cowboy Bar. It's very fun.
Yeah, it's there's a couple direct flights from LAX.
There
to,
is.
I never
to
heard of the
Jackson.
Tetons until we started talking about Blue Ice Vodka. I swear to God. Like, I heard of the Rocky Mountains. I heard of the Sierra Nevadas. I never really heard of the Tetons.
It's like south of Yellowstone.
Okay, well, I'd like to check that out. I'd like to go to Jackson Hole also.
All right, you guys have a great rest of your show. I have to go get ready. I'll talk to you guys more about the Rams in the future.
All right, Emily, demand greatness, Emily. If they don't win the Super Bowl, it's a failure.
She's the best.
It's a failure, Eddie.
She carries Mason and Ireland every day, noon to 3.
She does.
Dude, she carried me about 2 weeks ago when we did this Rams reveal show from down in the YouTube theater at SoFi Stadium. She carried me and Geeter, no question about it. And then we did a training camp broadcast, me and that Star Wars brother, Marcus Grant, and she carried us. She is capable of carrying a lot of dead weight.
I'm writing down.
I was just going to let that sit there for a second.
That was my dismount, right? Yeah,
I'm writing down Star Wars, brother, because I always make the reference, but I'm worried that people are going to think it's my bit, and I'm writing down Star Wars, brother, Cappy.
Yeah,
so we can cut you up saying it, so I can put it in there, open the afternoon show.
Yeah, love Marcus. It's my GM.
It's not a failure, Eric.
It's my general manager right
You going to
there.
cut that up, Kasim? I wrote it down.
Kasim, he ain't going to do nothing.
Oh, come on, man.
No, Kasim's busy working on a bit for me tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow I asked if me and Kasim could take over the Lindsey Berge segment.
Sure.
Oh, Kasim's going to do it.
Yeah, we're
Kasim's
not
gonna do
spoiling it just yet.
No,
we're gonna make it a surprise.
You going to learn how to use a mic before then?
I mean, okay.
All right,
Sedano,
just
teach
saying.
him. Teach him, Sedano. Teach that young kid how to use a mic.
And we're
George.
working on Kasim to do a USC basketball digital offering this fall.
Okay,
Yeah,
Kasim.
we talked about it with our USC
Men and
partnership
women's
yesterday.
or just
yeah,
men?
men's and women's. He goes
Okay,
both
I like
ways.
it. Well, Juju will be back. Juju
Okay.
will be back this year because off the injury, so that'll be great.
Yeah, and the men's team's going to look really well. Elijah Arenas coming back. The Ratliff
Oh, that's right.
twins
Yeah,
on
he had
that
that
team. So,
horrific accident.
yeah. So they're going to be looking nice.
Kasim, weren't you wearing a hat yesterday, and didn't you have your hair in a different style?
I had braids. I'm surprised Chris didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, now today you got the fro
Yeah.
going.
Like to switch it up from time to
I
time.
like it when that brother Kasim got the fro.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, those braids, man, that looked like it took a long time to have those braids.
I had them in for like 3 weeks, but I was getting a little tired of it, so I had to let the fro breathe.
Yeah, I bet it feels good too, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, not as tight up there. I get it. He's that brother Kasim.
That brother Kasim.
I love this kid. I do.
Kasim.
Hey George, before we get to Chris and the thing that you love so much every day, the don't sweat the small stuff, I just want to give you one last thought here on this Mark Walter thing. Just listen to this quote from Mark Walter. Everybody's probably read it by now. He said, and I quote, "Owning the Lakers has been one of the greatest honors of my life, an extraordinary investment." If owning the Lakers was one of the great honors of your life in only 10 months, you'll have to excuse me, Mr. Walter, but I'm going to question that. Because this sale, the more and more and more I think and listen and read, the more and more I think about this thing. Something is really fishy going on here.
Thank you, Cappy.
Yeah, I want to just say that.
Thanks.
One of the greatest honors of my life in 10 months.
I feel like we touched on. I feel like you and I touched on that a little bit yesterday. But
I'm just feeling that
He
here.
was
at the end of the
reiterating
day.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I want to just get that out there.
You know, for now, what was it's from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Was it Rocky when he goes, "Thank you, Captain Obvious," or Mr. Did they say that?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It was from that, but I don't think it was the actual Rocky and Bullwinkle
Oh, it
portion
wasn't?
of it.
You
No,
don't think
it was one of the
those two guys?
it was one of the cartoons that's a part of the Rocky and Bullwinkle
okay.
show.
Which
Oh, no,
one was
maybe
the moose?
That was
That was Bullwinkle.
And what was Rocky?
He was the little squirrel.
He was the little
Yeah,
squirrel.
the
guy.
flying squirrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fergie's going to do the flying squirrel this weekend.
Probably.
Yeah. Really?
That's what this weekend's about.
Really? What do you got going on?
I used to love Rocky and Bullwinkle as a kid.
Rocky and Bullwinkle's a great.
It was great.
Great.
Was more of a Chip and Dale kind of guy.
I like
really?
Chip and Dale too.
You can like both.
Yeah.
Two things can be true.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely right.
All right.
All right, I'm done with you people.
Yeah, me too. Is today Friday?
Oh,
No,
wait,
it's
hold on.
Thursday,
We got to
right?
do these Emrani spots. I sent the calendar invite and everything. And
I know. I accepted.
Oh, you guys got them in your copy? I emailed them. They're from KSPN Studio.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I got them.
So there's one Sedano solo, there's one Cappy solo, then there's a combo.
A combo?
Yeah, which you can do cut separately. We can cut them together, or you can cut them together.
All right, let's do it. Ready?
Sedano, 3, 2, go ahead. Hold on. Kasim, you got this marked? All right, hold on. Let me roll it here, too, just as a backup. Just in case that brother Kasim gets a little sloppy later.
He's that brother Kasim.
That brother Kasim. Kasim. Stand by. Adobe Audition is opening now. That's not the fastest computer in the world, unfortunately. Here we go. 3, 2, 3. All right, rolling. Go ahead, Sedano.
Hey, LA, winning isn't just for Sundays. When you're hurt in an accident, you need a team that plays to win. That's why the Los Angeles Rams trust Jacob and Ronnie and the team at calljacob.com as their chosen legal partner. Jacob doesn't settle for quick, small payouts. He fights for maximum compensation, turning your injuries into victories. Make your first move the right move. Call Jacob at 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or visit calljacob.com. The Rams chose a winner. They chose Jacob, and so should you.
Nicely done. All right, Cappy, now you
nice
go.
Read.
You
Nice
do
read.
the solo 30.
Nice read. Here we go. Rams fans, listen up. Life doesn't always follow the playbook. Accidents happen. But when they do, you want the same guy the Rams chose as their legal partner. Jacob Emrani and the team at calljacob.com. Jacob turns setbacks into comebacks by fighting to get you the money you truly deserve. Don't let insurance companies bench you with a quick settlement. Call 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789 or go to calljacob.com. Make the winning call. Our Rams trust Jacob, and you should too.
Nicely done.
Hey,
now, do you
pretty
guys want to
good.
do the joint
So
spot
the
together?
joint one, I think we should both do different lines and then do it again like the opposite because I want to hear Cappy say El Mero Mero.
All right, take it however you guys want to do it.
All right, 3, 2, 3, 2.
3, 2.
In football and personal injury, having the right team behind you is everything, Cappy.
That's why our Rams chose Jacob Emrani as the team's.
No, come on.
No, I didn't get that right.
Pick
Let's
up.
do it again.
No,
3, 2.
just pick up.
Okay. That's why our Rams chose Jacob Emrani and the team at calljacob.com, El Mero Mero of accident attorneys.
All right, we're gonna.
I don't know what binary means. You think I know what El Mero Mero means? I just like saying it.
It's so good. It's so good. Do we want to do?
Why don't we just cut it separately and we'll cut it together? So let's do Sedano, you go first, and then Cappy, you'll go. Just cut the whole thing, and then Mario can chop it together.
I think you laughed on top of the Mero Mero at the end.
Oh,
there.
I know. I couldn't help myself.
No, we all knew that this wasn't going to be a print. This was just for the outtakes.
Oh, my God. El Mero Mero.
There, that was better. All right, 3, 2. Hey, guys, it's Sedano. In football and personal injury, having the right... Actually, we should say, hey, guys, it's Sedano, and you can say, and Cappy, or something. I don't know.
We might not have time, but yeah, we can do that. So just give me the hey Sedano, then he'll give me the hey Cappy when we're done with you.
Hey, guys, it's Sedano. And Cappy, no?
Oh, now you want me to say and Cappy?
Just say and Cappy.
And Cappy.
All right, now Sedano, do in football.
I'm still thinking of the way he said El Mero Mero.
You know, you may not know what El Mero Mero means, but I do. The
Yeah.
big boss, the top dog, the head honcho.
I'm glad you Googled it.
I did.
All right, 3, 2. In football and personal injury, having the right team behind you is everything. That's why our Rams chose Jacob and Ronnie and the team at calljacob.com, El Mero Mero of accident attorneys. While others settle fast for easy money, Jacob tackles companies head on, winning big for his clients. So when life hits you hard, don't just settle. Score big by calling 800-345-6789 or visit calljacob.com. Jacob and Ronnie, your partner in justice and proud chosen legal partner of our LA Rams.
Nice. All right, Cappy, now you pick up in football. And I'm going to pot Sedano down so he doesn't laugh with El Mero Mero.
Okay. Here we go. 3, 2. In football and personal injury, having the right team behind you is everything. That's why our Rams chose Jacob and Ronnie and the team at calljacob.com, El Mero Mero of accident attorneys. While others settle fast for easy money, Jacob tackles insurance companies head on, winning big for his clients. So when life hits you hard, don't just settle. Score big by calling 800-345-6789 or visit calljacob.com. Jacob and Ronnie, your partner in justice and proud chosen legal partner of our LA Rams.
That was good, Cappy. Now
El Mero Mero.
Sedano's back up.
El Mero Mero.
I didn't laugh this time, but it was the first time was hilarious.
All right.
So good.
Nicely done. All right,
Pretty
time
good.
for the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar.
Is today Friday?
No,
it's
Thursday.
Yeah, today's Friday.
God, we still have another
it's
day
Friday.
of this?
Today is Friday.
Literally, Berkey, we've had a good week. Berkey and I looked at each other when the show started, and we're like, yep, we're all tired already.
We're done. We're done.
Holy moly, man.
Today is Friday.
Long week.
All right, Thursday.
Can somebody else sell a team tomorrow?
Thursday, August 13th, 2026. Just wait for next week when you don't have Berkey and I for 3 days.
Yeah, but it's me and Cappy, right?
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
This guy won't even watch training camp. I mean, preseason football. What do you got?
Well, what are you going to break down preseason games?
At least you got something.
Oh, I'll make it up, dude. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Anyway. And you won't have Lindsay either.
Why? She's come back Monday.
No, she's not.
She's come back Monday.
No, she's not.
I mean, but let's
just say,
play it out.
Let's hash this out for a second.
Right. What if she's not back?
Then who produces the show?
Jorge and Kasim on the board.
That brother Kasim.
Oh, my God.
Does Sweet Timmy know how to produce too? We can just make it a joint production.
He could sit in the Lindsay chair.
There you go. Go.
I think we figured it out. You available next week, Kasim?
Yeah, let's do it.
Where's Funchy?
He's in the afternoon.
Yeah, he's doing the
Why?
afternoon.
Why is that?
Got to run the board so DeAndre can do the YouTube.
Why is that?
Because that's what we need. It's August, man.
What's needed?
Yeah, I'm going to say why.
Why? That brother Kasim.
All right, go ahead. Do the calendar thing. It's already past 10.
All right. Learn from your kids as they live in the moment. Happy people know that regardless of what happened yesterday, last month, years ago, or what might have happened later today, tomorrow, or next year, now is the only time where happiness can actually be found and experienced. And there you go. All right,
Nice.
time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal. Thanks to Sellers Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE 01915212. Cappy.
I would like to send a personal message to Pablo Torre. Pablo, I watched your entire hour-long podcast about the Steve Ballmer situation, the Kawhi Leonard deal with the scoreboard company Daktronics. I watched it all. I believe everything you're reporting. Busted. Everybody should be busted. Everybody should be punished. Everybody should be penalized. And nobody should get off the hook, okay? Now, Pablo, do us all a favor, will you? Go figure out what happens with this Mark Walter thing. You produce it. You tell me. You do the deep dive. You do the research. I'll come on the radio and blab my big fat mouth after listening to everything you say. But you do the work so that I can go blab about it because there's something smelly and fishy and something's wrong here, and I want to know what it is. I'm just not willing to do the work. So, Pablo, my man, get it done. Thank you.
Thank you, Cappy. Well, that's going to do it for the Thursday edition of the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'll see you bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow for a Feel Good Friday. Jack, have a good day, everybody.
Let's watch the YouTube for a little bit.
Cappy, I'm calling you in just a few moments.
My God. What in God's name is going on here?
Put that
Wait
back
a
up.
second.
Let me see that.
Wait a second. I look awesome. Oh, my God, I look hot. Oh, Bundad. Hey, Bundad. Don't you look good? Oh, my
You
God.
gotta send that to me, Carva.
That is hot.
That's coming up on
You
Saturday.
guys talking about your outfits? Is
Yeah.
that what you guys are talking
Yeah,
about?
look how hot we look.
I'm out of here.